back, your insurance and registration. Go to my website, deletelaws.com, and get a trifold. Laminate a copy of your driver's license front and back, your insurance and registration card, put it on a laminated slip, and it goes inside your trifold above your visor. Use the touchdown position. Hand goes on the seat over here as you film. This hand goes up, grabs the trifold, your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. Everything that you do with the cop, you show the camera first. Cop pulls you over, license, registration. I'm already like this. I'm already filming the copper. So what's the first thing you do when you see a copper? You start recording, and your hands, look at my hands. I put my elbow right on that knob. You see that? And now I got my phone, and I'm recording inward right here. I'm recording myself. And then, of course, when the camera shoots across my face and goes out the window, it's hitting the copper. You always want that camera on yourself, so if anything happens to you, we can see you get hit. We want to make sure that you're in the camera. So you film like this. You hold your hands up in the touchdown position. Then when copper pulls you over, reach up, grab your trifold, your laminated driver's license, proof of registration, insurance. Right there, cop says, hey, can I get your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance? Pull it down, and you hand it to him. There it is. Now he has my license, registration, proof of insurance. He says, hey, where are you going? Perfect. Now you grab your trifold out the top. You point at the trifold where it says, I plead the Fifth Amendment. You show it to the cop and you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment, officer. Where you heading? Officer, I just showed you on the trifold, I plead the Fifth. Please don't ask me any more questions. If I violated a code, then give me a ticket. I want to leave. Thank you for your time. You know how fast you were going? Officer, you're now harassing me. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I showed it to the camera. This footage is going to go to the judge when I sue you. As soon as I hand him this, where are you coming from? Where are you going? What are you doing? Who'd you date when you were in 11th grade? Eat my shorts, copper. Stop harassing me. I've already invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I have a right to counsel if you're going to question me. You don't see my lawyer here with me, do you? So get the flock out of here. Go have a ham sandwich. Go beat your wife. Go beat your 8-year-old kid. Get the flock away from my car. You're on camera. Everything's going to be on camera. Can you step out of the car? Sure, I'll step out of the car. Cop says, can I search your car? Sure, you can search my car. Go ahead. He starts to search it. I revoke consent. It's on my trifold, United States versus Williams. I revoke consent. There's not enough drug dogs to get there in time, or they violate Rodriguez versus United States 2015. You use that trifold like it's a piano that you're playing. It'll keep you safe from the piggies. You got to get used to this. You got to get used to mincing the words you use properly, because they're trying to mince words with you to arrest you, steal your car, kidnap you, and put you in a frickin' dungeon. I wish that wasn't true. I wish this wasn't my business. I really wish that I had no trifold business, where I didn't sell a trifold to make a living, because so many people didn't have to worry about their rights being violated. But that's not the case. That's not the case. If you answer one question, where are you going? I'm going to my mom's house. Where are you coming from? You writing a book? You want to be my boyfriend? What are you talking about? Why are you asking me all these questions? We're not dating, bro. I'm straight. Sorry, homie. Don't ask me where I'm going. It says on the trifold, I do not agree to answer any questions. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Use your trifold. Use it. I sell it for $9. You can download it. Then you have a copy you can give to all your friends. Or if you don't have $9, I'll give it to you for free. I'll give it to you for free. There's my grifting ways. I give away the product I sell for free. I'm a real grifter. Get my trifold. Get it in your car. If you don't have one, I'll give you one for free. If you can't afford $9, if you no problem. If you can afford the $30 one, get it. Put it in your car. It's badass. Keep it. Use your damn trifold. By the way, when you get the $30 indestructible one, I send it. I give you a nice thick. It's actually a broccoli wad. You know, the broccoli wad rubber band's a nice thick black rubber band. That's what Aaron Queen's talking about, because I really want you to put the trifold up on your visor, just like that. Put that around your visor, your trifold. How many people don't have their license, registration, proof of insurance? I do a photocopy of my driver's license. I do a laser copy of the front of my driver's license and the back of my driver's license, because I'm not going to put my actual driver's license in a plastic laminated fold. So what I do is I do a laser copy of the front and the back. and then I do a laser copy of my registration proof of insurance, and then I put them on one long plastic card that kind of mimics the same size as my trifold. And then my registration, insurance, and proof of ID all goes in here. And then when the cop pulls me over, I use this touchdown position. That's why I give you guys the rubber band with your order. It's a small little thing, but I don't want you trying to find the right rubber band. I sell you a nice, thick, black broccoli wad rubber band that goes right inside of your, right there. What's wrong with having the necessary tools above your head, putting your hands above the steering wheel so you don't get shot? They're shooting people. I wish it was a joke. I really wish I didn't have a business. I wish my business was failing miserably because so many cops were doing it right. That's what I wish. It's just not the case. You got to have the trifold on you. And I don't care about your $9. I'll give it to you for free. Get it in your car. I appreciate it if you can buy it. Thanks. I don't care. Your $9 ain't going to make or break me, bud. Your $30 for the indestructible one doesn't make or break my day today. It just doesn't. But if you have my trifold in your car, it might make or break your day. It could save your life. Someone wrote me an email the other day, and I talked about this the other day, and they said, Chili, the guy started the back and forth with me, and right away I invoked my Fifth Amendment right. He said, where are you coming from? And I said, I don't answer any questions. It's on the trifold.
Well, sir. Pulled over because of her speed. It's your license, please. Where are you headed today? That's perfect. It's your license, please.
Sure. That's my license, insurance, proof of registration.
Hey, Mr. Cashier, you still live at that mailing address you have here? That's for sole purpose of the infraction, sir. I don't want to get mailed out to somewhere else. All right, so just remain inside the vehicle. I'll be right back.
He said, okay. And he went back and did his thing. That's what I want to hear. I want your testimonial. I want to hear from you that I used your trifold. I didn't answer any questions. I got a ticket, but I didn't have to have that. Where are you going? Where are you coming from? What's your favorite color? Can I search your car?
3, 4, 5.
Which what I do now, when I know this jackboot thug pig is going to search my car, on your trifold is the 2018 case of Williams versus United States. And as soon as they say, I want to search your car, I know that this jackboot thug pig is going to invoke the Carroll Doctrine, the exigent circumstances clause of the Carroll Doctrine, and say that he's searching my car because he believes I have contraband, or he believes there's a possible loss of life, a danger to someone's life. So I just got this feeling this cop's going to search my car. So I tell him, he goes, hey, can I search your car? And I go, sure, you can search my car. Step out for me. Sure. I start to get out. He starts to search my car. And I say, oh, officer, I revoke consent. I revoke consent. It's right here, 2018, United States versus Williams. It says right on my trifold right here that if I can give consent, I revoke consent. He says, oh, I want to call a drug dog out here, do a walk around your car. I said, oh, sorry, officer, 2015 Rodriguez versus United States says that you can't extend a traffic stop to search my car without a single articulable fact, a reasonable articulable suspicion that I'm somehow doing something where you need a drug dog out here. And if they can't do that, which they can't, oh, I'm going on a hunch, everything, remember, you're filming everything. Then you got that copper when you go to court. And anything that he gets from your car is fruit of the poisonous tree, the 1961 case of Matt versus Ohio. I really wish that I didn't have this business. But I do. But I do because so many people are cheated by the pigs. Because so many people are cheated by the pigs. OTVO. Everybody put it in the chat. OTVO. OTVO. Put it in the chat. Overturn Terry versus Ohio.
Put it in the chat.
Where are you coming from? Going to work? You live in this area? Now, at this point, by the third or fourth question, me being the mother, or I would say, hey, cop, I told you 3 times. I plead the 5th. Now back the f up. Leave me alone. You have no right to question me. Do your job. Give me a ticket or don't. But off, piggy. That would be my response. I don't recommend that you do that response. I recommend you go like this. Where are you going? Where are you heading? What are you doing? What time are you coming home? Did you sleep with your wife last night? Are you dating anybody? Do you like steak? Do you like eggs? Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. And instead of answering any of those things, I simply say, Copper, I plead the Fifth Amendment. Copper keeps questioning me, and I say, I'm not going to answer any questions. Please leave me alone. Any further questioning is outright harassment. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I'm reading the comment here by Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, you hit me up and I got you, man. I tell you what, you pay for shipping because I only do, for Mr. Beast here, 777, I only do priority with tracking number now. It's $11 flat. Used to be $10.60. Now it's $11. Or I put them in the smaller envelope, which is $6 flat. And there's a tracking number on it. Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Pleads the Fifth is here. What's going on? April Rain. What's the matter? You Stomper, how is everybody doing? Can you guys hear me all right? Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me okay, just so that I know. And sometimes, listen, we got a long show today. This is 2 hours. This is 2 hours. If you can't stay for the whole thing, I totally understand. But this is a 2-hour show. I'm going to show you 5 seconds of this. I'm going to interrupt, and then we're going to watch the whole bad chicken from front to end. But there's a reason why I'm showing this to you. Do you guys remember this video?
I apologize.
Take your fucking hand! Don't cover my fucking camera! Listen, bitch, don't cover my fucking camera! Don't cover my fucking camera!
I thought I was having
No, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Don't fucking cover my fucking camera!
Do you guys remember this video? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember. April, praying for you. April's down there in Florida. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember this video. I did not cut out all the curse words. We will watch part of this video. I'm going to try not to show too much of it because if there's too many F words, it is delete laws. So they may demonetize the channel, the video anyway. But a couple things. Let me do a couple house cleaning things. Number one, TRIFOLDS are now $15. They're no longer 30. And I got a bunch of cop cards. I got a whole bunch of cop cards. So if you get a TRIFOLD, I'll give you a free cop card. It's only $15 for the TRIFOLD now. Priority mail shipping only from now on with a tracking number so I can look in my shipping database and see where you guys are exactly. So the cop goes to this woman's house.
What the fuck do you want?
Okay, there's no need for that name calling.
Fuck you, bitch! So you know what? There's no need for you to be all secret shady covering the fucking camera. What do you fucking want, bitch?
That's an officer safety protocol that we usually
really? No, for my
an officer safety protocol. She said that they cover your camera so you can't see. They cover your camera so that you can't see them, and they say it's for their safety. So why do you have to block your camera so that you can't see me? That's the $1 million question. Why do they do that? It's not an officer safety thing. It's a terrorist thing, right? Put a 1 in the chat if it's a terrorist thing. Now, there's a very important reason. This is my first broadcast from the new studio, so I'm a little hot. Air conditioner's not on. The green screen has sun going through it. I'm going through some stuff here today, but I want to show you this, and I'm sorry I didn't blank the curse words because I don't want the video to get completely demonetized and then put into the cellar. But watch a little bit more of this video. There's a reason why. I want you to watch this.
safety protocol, you ain't covering my fucking cameras. You're violating my fucking constitutional rights. What the fuck do you want?
I am here to talk to you. Are you home?
Fuck you.
Are you home?
Get the fuck off my property. You got a fucking warrant? Get the fuck off my fucking property.
I actually do have a warrant.
Well, really? Get the fuck off my property.
It's just a scam.
Bye, you fucking cunts. Bye, get the fuck off my property.
Are you home to come out and talk with me?
Yeah, bitch, I'm inside hiding from you. That's what I fucking do, you dumb cunt. Get the fuck off my fucking property, man. You know how many times you guys have accused me of hiding in the fucking house from you? Get your fucking hand off my fucking camera and get your fucking get away from my fucking camera. Get the fuck off my property. Right now, get the fuck off my property.
Wow, she really let her have it. This video, this broadcast is an emergency broadcast. The name of this woman is Dawn Breesy. I spoke to her last night for a little under 2 hours. I recorded the conversation. We need to find her an attorney. After this video went viral, the Ogden Police Department is terrorizing her. They've charged her with multiple crimes. They've snatched her children and took them away. She still doesn't have her kids back. She hasn't had her kids back since the end of 2023. I'm going to let her explain it. Actually, I want a big shout out to Utah Defender. Utah Defender actually had me hook me up with Dawn so we could have a conversation, and we are going to help her. I told her that I'm going to help her all the way through to the very end because they put her in jail. She's going through it. I think YouTube demonetizes and.
Are
Get
you
the fuck off my property! What do you not fucking comprehend? Show me a fucking warrant, cunt. You got a warrant? Show me a fucking
Dawn,
warrant.
you're losing connection, ma'am.
Fuck you fucking ugly cunt. The fuck off my fucking property.
Wow, she let her have it, huh?
Are you able to restart or
Dude,
something?
No. Get the fuck off my property.
Are you home right now?
Bye, bitch, and take all your fucking faggot fucking friends with you. Bye, cunt.
It's just a few of us
Bye. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck who's there. Nobody's welcome. Get the fuck off my property. You can stand on the fucking curb, and then you can show me your fucking warrant. But until then, I suggest you get the fuck off my property, bitch. This ain't fucking Ruby Ridge 2. Get all your little fucking pigs off my property. Get the fuck out of here, all you little faggot-ass fucking cops. Fucking coward cunts.
No need for that name calling.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. You pointed fucking ARs at me. Fuck you, cunt. Can't wait till the fucking, yeah, fuck you. Don Newman.
So there's a reason why she was so upset. There's a reason why. This is the recorded phone call I had with Dawn last night. We talked a couple times, like I said, just under 2 hours. I'm going to stop this just a couple times. I literally I haven't slept. She told me her story last night. I almost jumped in my car and drove to Ogden, Utah. This is gonna, what you're about to hear right now is gonna completely blow you out of the water. This is unbelievable. Remember, this again is a lawyer search for Weber County, Utah, and Kingman, Arizona. And I'm gonna see if Dawn can jump on the phone after we listen to this audio. Hold on to your hats. You're about to hear a story. And remember, I'm trying to get the story chronologically for you so that you can understand the story. So she jumps around a little bit. You're going to hear me say, hey, stop. No. Come back. I want to hear your story properly. So get ready and just listen close to what Dawn says here.
Don Newman is what they call me, but my name's Dawn Breesy.
I'm so curious about your arrest upcoming here, and I'm dying to know more information. But this is a good thing. We want people.
Which arrest?
Huh?
Which arrest? They arrested me 4 different times.
Since January of 2024, they arrested you 4 times.
I did 100 days in jail this year.
I was in for 114 days.
I know. I watched it. It was painful, and I felt so bad for you.
But
I
who
was
covered
proud of
you?
in court.
Who covered you when you went to jail?
What do you mean?
So
Well, like I have animals, so my ex-husband came and took care of them.
So, but what I'm saying to you is, everybody knew I was in jail. People crowdfunded me over $50,000 to pay for my lawyer bills. Who covered you? Who covered your story? And who?
Nobody.
Nobody helped her.
Nobody. You had no help and no support.
No.
What about money on your books? How'd you do with money on your books?
I
my neighbor put a little bit of money on my books, and I just
Oh
I went
no.
without. But they were really. I didn't get a bed till like a week before I left, and I didn't get a tablet till 2 days before I left. And I got out on a habeas corpus this last time. So I did 1 day, then I did 3 weeks. I had to cut off 3 feet of hair, and then I did 7
Dawn,
days.
you're jumping around so much. I'm not going to understand it unless I force
I
you
did
to go in chronological.
1 day, and then 3 weeks, and then 70 something days, and then 1 day.
So on the 7th, which day did you get out on a writ of habeas corpus?
I went to jail June 13th, and I got out August 3rd.
And on August, you got out on a writ of habeas corpus?
I did.
Who wrote that writ for you?
The public defender.
God bless him or her for getting you out of there.
But I got arrested again on the same warrant. The same, yeah. They're doing it. They're going to do it again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going to continue to torture you.
I know. And the thing is I've been a woman on my own this whole time.
Can you get away anywhere? Is there any family in another state, another place where you can just leave?
No.
You've never been to jail, but now you're going to jail all the time, and you've done literally nothing wrong to anybody.
I have the worst anxiety.
Oh, I'm sure, honey. I'm sure.
No, I've never been to jail before.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back. I'm going to make her start from the very beginning. And remember, when you're talking to a victim of the police, they're going to tell their story, and you got to drag them back and say, no. Hold on a minute. Stay here with me so that the audience can understand. She needs an attorney in Weber County, Utah, and in Kingman, Arizona. Wait till you hear what they've done to this woman because her video went so viral. This is an unbelievable story that can only be told directly from
So
Dawn.
your sister goes to prison. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then you take custody of her 4 children.
So it didn't exactly go that way. She got into trouble, and then she left the state of Florida and kind of bounced around to several states and got in a lot of legal trouble in each state. So she ended up in Florida just drug-induced wandering, I think. I don't really have an explanation. And Florida's the one that took the kids from her, but everybody else, we all lived here in Utah.
Interesting.
How
long was your sister in prison for?
She was supposed to do 6 years, but I think she did just over a year.
What was her crime she was accused of?
That time?
Mm-hmm.
Burglary, grand theft auto, drug equipment like a few times.
Oh.
And like burglary of a dwelling, arson, fleeing, drugs, identity. She had like 5.
This entire story is based on the fact that she took in her sister's children. That's what, on the day that you see the cop put her hand over the doorbell ringer, over the Ring camera, they stole the 4 children that she was raising.
Is your sister addicted to drugs?
Absolutely. She's a habitual addict and a habitual offender.
Is she off the drugs now?
No.
Okay. And so who has those 4 kids?
I'm not supposed to know, but one of them called me and told me.
The state.
No, one of the kids called me and told me because they got taken from me and were put into foster care here for less than a week for like some home, and then they got given to Florida where they were split up into different places, all 4 of them.
So you had those kids for 6 years now, huh?
Mm-hmm. They were 3, 5, 6, and 8 when they got here, and they'd been in the foster care system for 2.5 years at that point.
Oh, okay. And so then you got them, and when did the state take them?
9/26 of 23, the day that all my criminal charges started.
Okay, so I explained it a second ago. She took her sister's children in 2018, and they snatched those kids away in 2023 after she'd been raising those 4 kids for 6 years.
I'm still really confused on how all.
Me too.
I'm confused. So you have her kids for 6 years.
Right.
You live in Florida. But
I lived here, and they were sent here through the UCCJEA, the Interstate Compact.
I don't know what that means.
The Uniform Child Custody Enforcement Act. That way, when there's
Say it again.
two states,
Say it again.
the Uniform Child Custody Enforcement Act. When two states are dealing with kids, then one state takes jurisdiction so that it's easier for communication, right? So the one state is in control of it.
And then you get the custody of the kids through this act, right?
Yeah, which was a long process.
Okay. So then, and this is a little over 6 years ago, you get the kids. Okay. And then they're living with you and you got them for 6 years. And then what happens where they're changed? Did her mom get out of prison or something?
So their mom got out of prison like 3 years before that. But we just had nonstop harassment from DCFS. There were periods of time that
No, slow down.
didn't
Hold on.
have it.
I'm going to stop you real quick, Don, just because people are going to be listening to this and they're going to say, I don't understand what you're talking about. So you got these kids, you have 4 kids who are all between 8 and 12, 13 years old at that time.
In 2018.
And then what happens?
So in 2021, we just start getting welfare checks and DCFS cases opening.
But who why did they do a welfare check on you? And who
the mother is making, I didn't know what she was saying at the time, but she was calling in and having
changed. Is that what you're telling me?
My sister was making them. She was having them done.
Clarify this for me, Don, for the people. You and your sister are estranged. You guys do not communicate.
Absolutely. No, we don't communicate.
Okay, perfect. So now I understand. So you had her children that she had bore because she went to prison for drugs.
She got them taken away from domestic violence and drug use, her and the husband.
Okay. So then you have the kids for 3 years from 2018 to 2021. And then in 2021, what changes were DCF, the Division of Family Youth Services, what happens that they start calling you and contacting you? What happened?
The very first thing was my kid went out the door and I called police because I thought he got kidnapped because I couldn't find him in just a couple minutes. So that.
Oh, you called the police?
Yes, because my child ran out the door and I couldn't find him.
You gotta find your kids on your own today's world. If you call
I was naive. Honestly didn't know.
So people can understand what happened here.
I want everyone to learn from my errors.
The ringing bell here is you called the cops because you couldn't get a hold of your son. And so then when the cops come to find your son, they then contact Division of Family Youth Services and say,
and their mother.
And they contact the mom who's out of prison now in Florida, correct?
And had no rights. Yes, she was out of prison and in Utah, and she only had residual rights.
How'd she get to Utah?
She got out of prison and I parole here. I don't really know. I don't know how she got here.
Okay, but let me just keep answering my questions so I can picture here. Okay, so now in 2021, this begins because you called the police, you couldn't get your son. Then after that, then DFYS starts coming to your house. That
day, yeah. Well, within an hour, a homicide team was here.
Homicide?
Homicide was here. I have a husband that we're legally separated. He lives somewhere else, but I was desperate. I called him that day, asked him to come over. And then they started saying that I killed him and that he buried him somewhere.
What?
Did you hear that? Her 10-year-old kid is missing. She took her sister's kids. So the 10-year-old boy is like her own now. And the kid disappears. And so she loses her shit and calls the cops. They send over homicide detectives and say that she killed her kid and that her separated husband has buried the boy somewhere out in Utah.
Within an hour and a half. So naturally I was like, fuck you, get off my property. We're not on the same page. Like, I'm going to go look for my kid.
Where was the kid?
Fell asleep two doors down in the garage. He crawled through the doggy door, but he told them that he was in a tree.
Okay, so you're kind of like a helicopter mom and you couldn't find your kid. You went crazy.
I was freaking out. out.
And how old was the kid when he was missing?
10.
Okay. But I would freak out too if my 10-year-old was missing.
He was in his boxer briefs and it was cold.
Right. So you're really afraid. I get it. But you thought the police would help you. And instead they tried to who are the
and this is a repeated pattern because children place with you, you're kind of following under the Adam Walsh Act. So if ever at any time you don't know where these children are, you are to call local law enforcement.
The Adam Walsh Act is a federal law created that creates a bunch of protocols and penalties if you don't behave in a certain way once you know your kid is missing. And so she tried to follow the law and call the authorities. I just explained it. I explained it before.
Oh.
And my kid has a fight or flight response. So if he takes off, I live in Ogden, Utah. It's not safe. He's running the streets at night. I'm going to call and report it. And every time they just, the non-emergency dispatch plays games. The cops play games.
We're starting to get off the rails here a little bit.
Sorry.
I go back to the day here. 10-year-old kid. The cops come. Homicide comes. Then does he just come walking back in your house?
He comes walking through the yard 6 hours after he left.
Okay. And then the police are still there?
Yeah. And well, there was some.
Do me a favor, put in the chat, never call the cops. Put it in the chat right now. Never call the cops. Everybody right now, the 350 people here right now, put in the chat, never call the cops.
Detectives in the yard and they took him.
Oh, and they took him into custody.
And they took him and interviewed him, and then it was pretty traumatic for him and all of us.
Sure.
And then that DCFS came that day, and the very first sentence that came out of this lady's mouth, her name's Brooke Zamora. She no longer works for the department, but she walked up my driveway and said, "Oh, you kind of people. I have all kinds of resources for you kind of people."
You kind of people, huh?
So naturally, I was puzzled, but I was also like, I don't. There's this emotion. You can't feel any emotions because you don't know to cry or to be happy or what when this happens with your kid, right? You're kind of just frozen, but you have to keep it together for the other kids. So I cooperated. I did whatever. They closed the case like the next day.
And they gave him back that day?
They gave him back. They took him and interviewed him illegally. And then I have a recording of him telling me about what happened that day. And he's 10 and he said, "I need you not to trust the police. They will do and say whatever they want and get away with it."
And he's 10?
And he was 10.
Oh, wow. So he knows cops are scum at that age. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, he'll challenge you on the Constitution and.
Oh, at 10? How old? 13 now or 14 now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now, cool. So now you got the kid back and you have 4 children who you're the biological aunt to, and mom is moved from Florida to Utah, and she's trying to petition to get her kids back. Is that correct?
No, she wasn't trying to petition to get her kids back.
Okay, so then why'd mom move to Utah when you guys are estranged?
Well, that's where she's from here. She grew up there. So she's in the southern part of the state, and I'm in the most northern part of the state.
Oh.
So I'm in Ogden. She's in St. George. We're not that close. So she moved back because that's where she's from.
See her kids? Did she want to see her kids?
Well, what she said and what she did were two different things. So
she said she wanted to see her kids, but she never came down south.
She didn't. She wouldn't adhere to any kind of routine or any schedule because I was also the supervisor of her visits.
Of course.
And I'm single and I work and, like.
And what kind? You're a nurse, you said?
No, I'm a registered dental hygienist.
Oh, okay. So now, since the kid comes back, the 10-year-old boy, now after that, then DFYS is literally coming by your house all the time, every week, every 2 weeks, every month. How much?
It was kind of sporadic. So it went on for a little while in 21 through 22 because we had an open case from 21 to 22. So there was like 3 or 4 consecutive cases, and I will be happy to share whatever documents.
No, but how old is the oldest kid at this time?
Right now he's 14.
So the oldest is him?
The oldest is him, and he's 14, and he was the fight or flight. He was the oldest when he was taken. He remembers everything. His mom was manipulating him. She said, "The state hates me. They're going to take me."
Hold on. We're jumping off the rails here, and I don't understand the story as soon as you start to go off the rails. I know that you're excited and there's a lot going on, but let me try to just keep you in a cylinder so we can understand. So now when he's 10 at that time, 21, the other kids are all, what, 8, 6, and
8, 7, and 5 at that time.
8, 7, and 5. So now that 5-year-old is now 9 or 8 or 9?
She's 9. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're 9, 11, 12, and 14.
Okay. And they're separated now in Florida?
They were, but now they're all together in North Dakota.
Oh, dude.
In Williams County.
Are these white kids?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're worth a lot of money to the DFY.
Mm-hmm. And when they're on the UCCJEA ICPC, they're worth a lot of money to the school district, the city police department, and
gives all those people jobs. They all have jobs.
they all collect a stipend off of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it gives them their caseload, and they get to do.
Mhm.
So cool. So now we're at this place. Now, from that moment where the oldest boy, who's 10, is missing and comes home, then the DFYS is coming by how often?
So they were open and shut in just a couple of days, and then that was in April. So then the next one was June, and then July of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And so they opened a case, like a juvenile court case for. They called it a welfare case. I didn't quite understand, but it was a child welfare case, and then that closed in April of 2022.
The child welfare case was on who? On you or on the 10-year-old boy?
Against me for my kid's behavior and actions.
What had they done in July? It's been a couple of months.
He took off. He took off
again.
Mhm.
Okay.
He took off 2 or 3 more times.
Okay, so he's a little bit of a wildfire.
He's got a fight or flight response. It's one of his trauma triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all the emotional abuse.
Call the police.
So you got to remember that Jaden, the 10-year-old boy, he's 10, 11 years old. He was in a foster home for 2.5 years before Dawn went and pulled him out of the foster home. She's going to spill all the tea. I had to cut this conversation down to just over an hour and 15 minutes. You're going to hear her spill all the tea. There's so much information here. Pay very close attention. This woman needs an attorney in Weber County, Utah, or she needs an attorney in Kingman, Arizona. That's what this emergency broadcast is for. So if you know an attorney out there, please reach out to me.
When he takes off?
Yes, because I'm one person. I can't chase him when I have 3 others so, and I feel like I'm following the Adam Walsh Act. I thought I was doing the right thing.
No, Dawn, I'm not blaming you, honey. I'm not.
I don't think you are. I just feel so bad.
Listen, let me just tell you my position. You're a victim of the state. They're supposed to, and instead they want to make money off of you and your kids and give themselves some sort of hierarchy where they get to control you and control your children and control everything. I am not a fan of the government at all. So,
I know. I've watched your videos for a long time, and I'm sorry. It's just so emotional.
No, it's okay. I just don't want you to think for 1 second that
I don't think you're judging me. I really don't.
All right, I'm not. I'm blaming the cops and the city and the people involved at the Division of Family Youth Services.
And I've never said that I was a victim or anything, but I'll assure you that while this battlefield of stuff that was going on, I reached out to everyone and begged for help.
Right. You didn't call me though.
No, but I called the guardian ad litem, and I went to the courts, and I tried to get documents, and I told the police, I don't know what my sister is capable of.
So I just want people to understand here, because I've experienced this. A guardian ad litem is essentially an attorney or another form of guardian who is assigned to children involved in state cases or even federal family cases, where the guardian ad litem will be the advocate
person for the kids,
advocate for the children. So people understand what a guardian ad litem is. Okay, so the guardian ad litem and you're working with the guardian ad litem, but this 10-year-old.
No, the guardian ad litem never spoke to me. They only spoke to their biological mother.
Oh, why is that though? She doesn't have custody.
I don't know.
That's
weird.
Don't know. So,
I never went to family meetings or anything like that.
Okay, so now that happens the second or third time. This kid's running off, so it's causing all kinds of problems because you got to call the cops, and as soon as you call the cops, they're against you, but you don't know that. You think they're trying to help you, but they're not.
Well, and then they just play you all day, and then I finally just get fed up. Jesus Christ, you gonna help me or not?
Where was the kid the second time he ran off, or the third time he ran off?
He went to Youth Impact, which is a day program. He snuck on a van around the corner, and went with the neighbor kid.
So he's got some issues.
Well, he was trying to find another place to live for him and his sisters because he doesn't want to go live with his mother and he doesn't want to go to foster care.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. But do they want to live with you?
They want to live with me, but they're being told by their mother that they're getting taken regardless. And if he doesn't do what she says, then they take him and put him in foster care.
So she gaslighted him in 2021 and told him that she was going to get him and take him away.
She made some recordings, of him.
Recordings of him doing what? Saying what?
Saying Yeah, like I don't even know. Like she doesn't. We don't have anything to play with in the backyard, and she yells at us if we pile up rocks. Just when she mows the yard, you know,
okay.
like just stupid little kid stuff.
She got
Yes.
into the negative about doing that. So
Yes.
look, sister's
And
not
then she recorded it and put some recordings together.
sent those to DFYS.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why DFYS is investigating you. Your sister's working against you, but she's not fit to take the
She was
children.
working both states at one time, so she was working Utah and Florida at the same time. But what she wasn't working was a relationship building with her children.
And she's working with the state people to try to get the kids stripped away from you.
Right.
Which ultimately
She wanted me to just hand them over to her when she got out of prison.
And you said no.
Well, no. If there was anybody that was going to repair the relationship with her children and her, it wouldn't be the state versus me. And even my oldest said it. He goes, why can't she just see that you're trying to build a bridge from her house to yours? I said, I don't know. It's crazy that you're like 11 and you get it and none of the adults do. But yes, it's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. So then what happens next? So they get the kid back the second or third time when he runs off.
Mm-hmm.
And then do they take the kids ever? It make them
No, they never took the kids.
So the boy comes back after being gone at a day camp for the day and comes back.
He has no intentions on running away. He just wants to leave for a while and do whatever he wants. He's just bucking the system.
I see. Okay.
And challenging himself. He's like afraid of the dark. He was afraid, all these things that he's trying to overcome.
This is a mess.
Because he was in foster for 2 years and 7 months.
I got it. Okay. So now we're in 2021. What happens in 2022?
So they closed the case in April of 22, after like the year or whatever. And then in September of 22, I start getting calls from a lady from Florida telling me that my kids need a video chat.
I'm so sorry. Who's the lady from Florida?
Her name was Gwen Doyle, and she's from LSF from Lee County, Fort Myers, Florida.
So just so you know, Dawn has sent me all the receipts. I have so much more to show you and let you see and hear on this story. She has receipts, almost 200 videos and audio recordings. I didn't have time to get all through them right now, but this woman is being targeted right now by the Ogden Police Department. And I'm afraid that if I don't air this now, that she's going to get locked in a dungeon and we're not going to get to talk to her live. So that's why I'm showing this now.
You got to tell me what LSF means. I don't know what that means.
Lutheran Family Services.
Lutheran, but that's a religious service. That's not a faith.
Yeah, that's just, it's privatized in the state of Florida.
Oh, the child welfare is privatized.
Mm-hmm.
So now oh man, I can.
And in 22, they got hit with a hurricane. So we had a break from September until May of 23 for the cleanup.
Can't stand order for me.
I'm not a sheeple, so yeah.
So wait a minute. So the lady starts calling you and saying, I want to do a video chat with your kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you say no.
I said, she's out of her mind. Like, give me some court documents. So I start trying to ask my juvenile district court here for documents. I've asked anything that says I need to do what Florida is saying to do.
Because I thought you had legal custody of the kids.
I do. And
you're in Utah.
Yes. And so let me go back. So that was September of 22. I found out now, but in July of 22, my sister, her name is Tiffany. She has a lot of names, but Tiffany McEwen Pexton. She had her public Pexton, Pexton. She had her public defender help her get the case picked up in Florida once it was closed here in Utah. But no one ever notified me.
Okay.
And I recorded myself going into the court several times asking.
Did you hear that? You have to know this part. The sister who she's estranged from contacts the Florida courts and says, hey, I want my kids.
Picked up in Florida once it was closed here in Utah. But no one ever notified me.
Okay.
And I recorded myself going into the court several times asking for documents that say that I need to do what Florida says, like they should court order me. So then I get something in the mail from my sister telling me there's going to be a court date. It's not from the courts, but I get on, I record it, and it was a disaster. And I never get notified of any court dates from the Florida court until July 29th of 23. That was the only time I ever got any documents. But so in between that 22 and May of 23, like I never received anything. But in May of 23, the cops started coming back for welfare checks.
In May of 23.
Okay.
In May of
23, the cops
are coming back.
So now when the cops are coming back in May of 23 for welfare checks, has the oldest boy ran away again or anything like that?
No, not yet. Not since the 21, the last time in 21. He realized that people don't just leave the Walmart. It's not just locked and you can hide out in there and eat and shop and run around, do whatever you want. He tried to do that.
He tried to do what?
He thought that once Walmart closed, that he could just run around inside and do whatever he wants because it was on a movie.
How many of you guys saw that movie where they slept in a tent in the Walmart and they ate the food? I saw that movie. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen that movie before.
Oh, he saw it on a movie.
Yeah,
I've seen the same movie.
Yeah, we watched it all together as a family to discuss.
What was the name of that film again?
America or something. I don't know. She has her baby at the Walmart and she lives in there. So
yeah, he lives in a tent in the Walmart, right?
Yes. And so he thought, and he watched it at the foster families. So he thought that was a real thing. And so we watched it and then I had him explain to his sisters, that's not really how it is.
But now okay. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to stay with you here. Okay, cool. So you don't have any problems till 21, but in 23, your sister's contacting the state of Florida saying, hey, I want my kids. And so the public pretender there is helping your sister.
No, the public pretender from Utah helped her get it going there. And then she was assigned a public defender there. But she doesn't live in Florida and that's not her home state. And they didn't have jurisdiction.
Okay. So now we're going to get to where the cops come to your house and cover the Ring camera. That was in 23. Did you say it was?
We're getting closer.
Was that in November or?
It was in September.
September, that's right. Okay. So that was in September of 23. So now what happens with the kids after when they open a case? What was it, in March or May of 23?
So in May of 23, so in July of 22, they took it back to Florida, right? And in September of 22, they were discussing something. I have no idea. I'm out. This doesn't involve me. Fast forward to May of 23, I get welfare checks. I have the same officer come 2 days in a row. She talks to the kids. She talks to me. We talk, and I say they're harassing me, Florida and my sister. So I file a report with her. It never goes anywhere.
No, they want to steal those kids. Those are white kids.
Right. And they're really smart kids, believe it or not. So, which I've challenged this.
So you heard me say those are white kids. There's a very specific reason why I said that. Stay tuned.
I have her on body. I have her on my Ring doorbell camera. Us talking. So things were still corrigible. I wasn't cussing at anybody. And then fast forward. So at the end of May, then Jaden's behavior started to change again. And in June, the weekend of June, the 16th and 17th, he took off again.
Now we're in
June. And 23. So
now we're in June of 2023. I'm really trying to keep Dawn in a cylinder so we can really understand the chronological order of how this all went down, and it gets worse.
So he took off 3 times in one weekend. Once he left with.
Wait, is he 12 or 13 at this point?
He's 13. He's almost 13 at that point. So he's about to turn 13 in a couple weeks. And because I don't want my kids out running the streets. I really wanted someone to just say,
Hold on, Dawn. I'm confused. So when he takes off in May of 23, you call the police again?
So he took off in June of 23.
Okay, so May, they open a case in May and then he runs away in June.
Nope, there were no cases open, but they were just doing welfare checks in May. And I tried to file charges against the state of Florida for harassing me with the police and my sister for harassing me.
Okay.
It goes nowhere.
You're going to the lion and you're a steak and they help me.
Right. And I know that now. So, And then in July, so June, he takes off. Call the cops.
In June, the almost 13-year-old boy runs away again. But he doesn't run away. Listen what she says.
And then in July, so June, he takes off. Call the cops. It's a whole weekend fiasco. That was one of the videos where I told the guy I didn't need any of his shit yesterday, today, or tomorrow. What part of the video that I cut out was that he said, fine, well, I'm going to report you to DCFS, and when they take your kids away, you'll know.
I don't know what video you're talking about. I haven't seen it. Is it posted somewhere?
It's on that channel. It's just a short.
I don't know which channel you're talking about. I've never seen
Oh,
it.
the hand horror channel.
I've never seen it. You have to set, you know how to send me the link?
Yeah, sure. Hygienist, hand horror. I don't know.
So she has sent me all the videos and all the audio, so I have it. So if the authorities are listening to this, I've already got the information. More is going to come out.
So then they open a case in June. I have a caseworker in June, opens and closes a case. I have him on my Ring doorbell camera as well. But then July 5th, somebody comes to the door. They don't ring the doorbell. They don't knock on the door. I pipe in on the camera and ask, can I help you? They ask for my information and the kids' information. This is July 5th, and I'm at work. And then I come home from work, and there's SWAT team surrounded my house.
In July of 23.
In July of 23, July 5th of 23, I was cleaning up fireworks.
But the only problem here is that Jaden keeps, disappearing every year or two and running off. That's the whole issue with the kids. They're not like, like and glue, or they're not like.
No, there's no drugs. There's no nothing. The kids are fed and loved, and they have a home.
Sure. But Jaden keeps running off.
Right.
And so for that reason now, they're opening cases against you. Okay, so in July 5th, they come and they surround your house with a SWAT team to take the kids.
I didn't know that at the time, but that's what they were going to do, was to put me into custody, to detain me, and then remove the children.
Look at all those people who are parasites. They're all making money. Every person there dressed up like G.I. Joe losers making money.
They were on my street the whole day. And the Florida caseworkers, that's the day that they told the police that I said people get killed removing kids like this. And he, quote unquote, he said, I didn't say it to him, but allegedly he heard it from a boss who heard it from somebody at LSF somewhere in Florida, that I made that statement.
What was LSF? You got to stop using that.
The Lutheran Family Services.
Lutheran Family Service. Okay. So they said that you said something where you, buddy, by the way, you said some words.
Never. I never said anything like that.
Oh, I believe you, but they just twisted your words to make it sound like you had threatened them. Oh, you got. I'm on your side, Dawn. I believe you.
I know. I just so.
Deal. And earlier I said white kids because just so you know.
Oh, I know.
In foster care, black kids it's hard to adopt black kids, whereas white kids have, especially if they're cute, they have a golden ribbon, for the state. Because someone gets, so even a kid that gets adopted, a white kid, there's always a caseworker attached to it forever, so
yes.
It's a cash cow for the state because you get multiple caseworkers, you get a guardian ad litem, you get lawyers, you get judges.
The school district gets money,
there could be
disgusting.
Homeschooling, there could be tutoring, there could be counselors, psychologists, they're all attached.
I got no support from anybody financially, not from the day the kids were dropped off here to ever.
Oh no, they'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get your kid away from you so that all the people make money off of that kid.
Correct.
And they don't give a shit about the welfare of the kid, keeping the kids together. If there's no burn marks, no black eyes, no burning down neighbors' houses, no killing dogs and stuff like that, wacky shit, but the kid's just running off every year or two, it's pretty normal. I mean, a lot of young boys, I don't know about girls, I know a lot of young boys take off. I remember I did it in junior high school, didn't come home for the night. And how old am I? 11?
He had a fort, and that's where he was going to kick it.
He was going to his fort.
Okay. So then in July 5th, they take your kids.
Nope, they don't take them.
Oh, so they just surround your house with a SWAT team, but you guys are not home?
Oh, I wasn't home initially, but they camped out on my street all day. And then when I did get home, I noticed the SWAT team, tried to get the kids inside, and I continued what I was doing, minding my own business. And then they advanced on me.
Sorry, let me stop. I'm totally confused. So you say July 5th that there's a SWAT team on your road and has surrounded your house, but you're not there. Is that correct?
So no, I'm here when the officers came during the day, and I wasn't home. And they stayed on my street all day now that I've seen their body cam footage. But then I got home about 6 o'clock.
And when you got home, were they hiding or you could see them?
I don't know. I don't think I saw anybody. I didn't pay attention either. I was just going home.
Probably 20 or 30 cops surrounding your house. You don't see any of them?
I don't see any of them, but I also, when I got off work, because the officers that were at my door, and I was at work, I called when I got off and said, hey, there were officers at my door. What can I help you with? And so they knew I was on my way home. So I think that they kind of spread themselves thin so that I wouldn't notice them. And then once I got home, they came back.
Okay.
And they were all around my house.
Where are the
and
kids,
down
though?
the street.
Where are the kids at this time?
So on that day, my boy's in his room screaming at his Oculus. And then I had one girl, my oldest girl was sick on the couch. She was getting strep. So she had about 102.5, 103 fever. And my other two girls were getting in a swimming pool. I was
Swimming pool
watering
where?
the lawn in
Swimming
my
pool.
backyard.
Okay, so when you're gone at work all day, the kids go to school and they come home at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that correct?
No, that was summer. So no,
Okay.
they have a summer sitter. And then on this day they were home. It was just them.
And so the cops never tried to come to the house to get the kids when you weren't at home?
No, they came to the door and wanted my information and the kids' information. And
Who answered the door? The sitter?
nobody answered the door. We don't answer the door.
You just ring camera, correct?
I chimed in on the Ring camera and asked him if I could help him, and he asked for my information and if I was home, and I said it doesn't really matter. What can I help you with? And
he's dressed in a costume, a cop suit?
and there's two of them.
Okay, cool. And I don't mean to talk over you or anything. I just want to
You're
make sure
fine.
people can understand the story we're telling here. Okay.
Thank
so
you for
that-
your help, actually.
No, I'll air this and I'll try to get you up. We need to find you an attorney there in Ogden, Utah. So now let me stay focused here. So
once again, we are trying to find an attorney in Weber County, Utah, and in Kingman, Arizona, a criminal defense attorney, not a youth and child services. We're trying to find, she's lost the kids. She's not getting those kids back. She now is facing multiple charges in Kingman, Arizona, and in Weber County, Utah. This emergency broadcast is to find an attorney in those places.
come home July 5th, 6 p.m. There's a SWAT team there, but you don't know it. You don't notice it. You pull in, and then what happens next?
So then I pull in and I'm just doing after work stuff, early dinner, dealing with the kids, got a sick kid, just doing my routine, turning on the water, watching the kids in the pool, going to make supper, cleaning up fireworks, whatever.
And you got a pool in the backyard?
Yeah, just one that I take up and put down each year.
Sure.
It's a big one. They have a lot of crap back there.
Everybody's got a white trash pool. You're not.
It's like 5.5 feet deep, man. It's
perfect,
good.
buddy.
My backyard's like a half of an acre, so they have plenty of room to run. But an auditor came over.
What happens next?
And so I'm outside. An auditor came over on his bike and asked to use the internet, said that something was going on around the corner.
An auditor?
Weber County Transparency.
So there's a Weber County Transparency that has a couple videos of her up on his channel.
Weber County Transparency.
Weber County Transparency.
Weber. So I'm not an auditor.
Wait a minute. Why does Weber come to your house?
So through watching videos, and then I met him out just like on the street one day.
Okay. Got it.
And he lives in the neighborhood, and I guess he rides a bike. And if he comes over here, then he can use my internet to like listen to scanner or whatever he's doing, and then take off and go. So it was around the corner. So he came to do that.
So he sees the cops hiding out around your house, and
he's pointed it out to me. Yes.
You're the subject. You're the focus of their intention. And you don't even know it, and he comes here, hey, man, there's a bunch of cops over here. Can I recharge my...
He still didn't know it was for me at the time either.
No, neither one of you did. I get it. They're being
so he's recording, and I'm talking to some lieutenant sergeant on the phone, and you can hear me. I'm just pissed off. Like, I wanted to know what would magnitude coming to, like, what do you need? Why are you coming to my house asking me for my information? What's going on? What can I help you with? What can we do? Can we figure this out?
Hey, what happens?
And then I hang up and I go outside, and he's like, there's a guy with a rifle over there. And I was like, what the crap? So, get everybody inside. And the moment that broke me was when I walked inside, my kids were army crawling around in the house because we discussed gun safety and what to do because, the school says they do, but they don't.
Right.
And so then when I'm turning my water on, it's like 300 yards to turn it on or off. And I turned it up too high. It was spraying my car. So I went to move my car parallel to where it was. And they advanced on me. I've heard their camera footage now. They're like, she's leaving. They're like, don't let her go inside. And she's turning on the sprinkler as
And for the coppers, now I have that body camera.
a diversion.
Okay. So then the cops, I mean, I've seen this on video. It's happened.
Yeah,
to me. I understand. So then they converge on you because you go out to your car and you're 300 yards from the house, so they can put a barrier between you and the kids and grab.
Well, it's because I didn't want to walk to turn my water down. I thought it was easier just to move my car over. They thought I was leaving the house.
Right, and that's their whole plan. As soon as you get in the car,
They walked up to me, but they turned around and walked away.
Okay.
With no explanation.
So the cops are walking up to you. You can see them coming.
With
They're
AR-15s.
dressed up like G.I. Joe Loser. And then they're walking up to you, and then they just reverse course and turn around, walk away?
Correct.
How weird is that?
Did Weaver catch this on camera?
I have their body cam footage.
Did Weaver transfer?
Yeah, he caught some of it on camera.
Okay, cool. So then what happens next?
Then they leave, and then we go on about our evening, and I'm pissed off, and I call around, and I want to know what is going on. Why is that happening? Somebody tell me something. My caseworker from DCFS that I had for my ICPC told me to call the chief of police.
ICPC? What is ICPC?
Interstate Compact Placement of Children.
Okay, Interstate Compact Placement of Children. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She supervised our placement after placement for like a year.
Is anybody on the state from Florida or Utah on your side? Is anybody?
No, nobody. Everybody hates me.
Nobody's for you. You're taking care of 4 kids who you're not the biological mother of, and no representative from the state of Utah or Florida is like, hey, how can I help you, honey? Nobody wants to.
No.
I told you the kids are cash cows. They want to.
But they keep making up different stories. Like they say that I just had these kids, that I didn't have custody of them. I'm not their mother. Like, they say all these terrible things to my neighbors.
Okay, we're gonna get to the neighbors, but slow down here. So July 5th, you're still calling everybody. What happens by the end of July 5th here?
So nothing.
Okay.
But fast forward to July 14th.
Oh God.
I finally they're not letting me talk to the chief of police. They're outright like, no, you're not talking to him. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm going to call every day. Sorry.
So on July 14th, you called the Ogden Police Department, and I
called every day from July 5th till July 14th.
And you're trying to get a hold of the chief of police of Ogden. Is that correct?
Yes, I wanted to speak with him.
What's his name?
He is no longer chief, but it was Eric Young.
Of course, they rotate them around.
I know.
Responsibility.
I know so much more now.
Oh, that's horrible. The whole system sucks. So now what happens on July 14th?
So I get a lieutenant on the phone, and his name is Lieutenant Vanderwerf. And he tells me, no, I can't talk to the chief. He needs to vet me, whatever. And I'm like, no, I was vetted when I came out of my mom's vagina. I'm an American-born citizen. This community. I'm a taxpayer. I'd like to speak with the chief. And I kept reciting the message because on their website it says, the chief would like to meet with you. Reach out to this number and, set up an appointment. So I just said, he said he wants to meet with me, so here I am.
No, they don't want to meet with you. They only want to meet with bootlickers. You're going to bring in
right
with army boots on the top of them and frosting.
They don't want anybody to get out that they hate white women from Weber County who are single parents.
They hate white women. That's a new one. I'm going to use that.
Weber County hates white women.
Weber County hates white women. So let's make a list of the people the police hate. They hate kids. They hate teenagers. They hate black people, brown people, white women, white men. Which group of people is now the liked group? Only the bootlickers. You heard me say it. They want a cake with some boots on top of it where there's a picture of a guy licking boots.
I wrote that.
Weber County. It's funny. I talked to a guy the other day and he said something similar. And I was like, how are white people hated now? That's so crazy. So
yeah.
What happens though? Ultimately, when you call there.
So then I talked to him, right? And I have that recording. Then he hangs up, or he thinks he hangs up. And he didn't hang up his phone all the way. So I take off running and grab another cell phone. For the next 15 minutes and 41 seconds, he shit talks me to the now chief of police, Jake Suby, the assistant Delaney, someone else in there, and then he marches his broke ass down to records to tell them not to allow me access to records. And they discussed that I called non-emergency dispatch and I just been a problem and
But you hear all this and you have a recording?
you have to put earbuds, like earmuff things on, and yes, you can hear it. And I have
editing
that.
equipment. When can you send me that audio?
I can send it to you right now.
You send it to me.
I'll send you the recording with him that they provided to me, because they're trying to close their end on the body camera.
I'm getting confused. Slow down. So we're still on July
14th.
14th. The chief hasn't hung up the phone, and you have him saying all this shit about you, saying don't help her at all, don't give her any records. Then what happens next?
But I didn't record the first part of our conversation. Well, I did, but my kid deleted some stuff because he was mad. So I lost the beginning of the conversation, but then the police gave it to me on body camera.
Jaden deleted part of your stuff?
He deleted an entire month of videos. He was mad.
Oh my God, this kid's a recluse, man.
Yeah, he was embarrassed of his behavior, and it gets really sad for him.
Well, hold on, let's stay focused here. I want to stay focused. No. We're still on July 15th here, or 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Now what happens after that? You hang up?
So you have to keep a victim of police brutality and a victim of the state. You got to keep them focused. Otherwise, they'll go off the rails.
So then we hang up, and then I still haven't been able to talk to the chief, and I still don't know why they were here with the SWAT team.
Okay.
So I called him back, and I was like, "What? Why are you talking shit on me? Like, what's going on with you? And why can't I talk to the chief? Like, what are you talking about?" So then after that, they just dodged me like a bullet. I still tried calling to get to talk to the chief, but nothing.
And that lieutenant is now the current chief?
No, the one of the people on the audio, because I can almost identify them by the sounds of his voice now. Even listening to this camera, I'll be like, "Oh, I know he's on shift."
Okay. But now what happens? What happens next?
Then we get, so that's July. So at the same time, we're still getting all these welfare checks and all this crazy stuff, but still no documents. Then there's a random white guy coming around towards the last 2 weeks of July. I'm scared to death. Call the police, say, "Who's this man coming to my door? Is this a process server? Who is this?" They said, "Maybe it's one of your old boyfriends."
What?
maybe he's one of your roommates' boyfriends. And I said, if he's here for one of my roommates, he's leaving in his fucking body bag, because they're between the ages of 8 and 13, well, and that is a 60-year-old man.
When is this guy coming around? What's the date?
So I didn't know until he started coming around about the 15th, 16th of July. And then on the 29th of July, he served me some papers from Florida.
Okay, so he's a Florida process server, maybe?
No, he was a Salt Lake City process server serving me here in Ogden.
Okay.
That was hired by Florida.
Okay.
So then we get into August. I get that paperwork. I meet with the executive director of DHS and the director of DHS and a guy from Families First that we did a program with in 21-22. And discuss these paperwork, discuss what's going on. I didn't have any open DCFS cases. And they said, don't attend this court date in Florida. You don't need to do what they say. They don't have jurisdiction. They're never going to remove these kids.
Who said it to you? Who said it to you?
The executive director of the Department of Children and Family Services.
Says what to you?
That they will not be removing these kids, and that I should not go to court, and I should not attend any court in Florida via Zoom or anything.
The head of the Division of Family Youth Services in Utah tells Dawn that she does not have to deal with the Florida Division of Family and Youth Services. Okay? Do you understand that? They tell her, you don't got to deal with these people. Don't go to their hearing online.
The one in Utah tells you that you should not have anything to do with Florida.
Correct.
Okay, so you're getting mixed messages here all over the place.
Mm-hmm. So then like less than a week later, I have a new caseworker, and a new case is opened up. A new case. It's hard to. A new DCFS case is opened up. So now there's like another DCFS case.
Who opened the and that is in Utah?
In Utah. Mm-hmm.
But the director just told you don't respond to Florida, but then they opened their own case.
Yeah, and we didn't have a case open on that day. So just a couple of days later, one was open.
Okay, this is really weird.
It happens so often, it's disgusting. So then this lady comes to the door on August 9th. She's got like 8 armed officers with her. Again, I'm not home. they knock on all the doors, and then they don't leave a card. I don't know who they are. So
Your Ring camera on August 9th,
yep,
2020.
and I have them on camera.
This is August 2023, am I correct?
Correct. And then it takes me probably 10 days or so to figure out who she is. I go to DCFS, I call them, trying to figure out. It seemed important. She came with a bunch of loaded weapon carrying officers with her. So it seemed pretty important to me. The executive director gave me her name and number. I contacted her and asked her what she wanted.
And this is a Utah person.
This is a Utah person. This is all Utah. Up to this point, I really haven't engaged with Florida since everything closed, years prior.
Okay. So, and this is still August 9th, right?
This is still August 9th. Well, when I was able to contact her, it was about August 17th or something like that.
Okay. Okay, so now August 17th, you get a hold of her, and you feel like she's important because she has what?
No, she's not important. She's nobody. She's a caseworker. I told her I'm sick of it. I need a mediator. I ain't doing this shit anymore with you people. I'm done. Leave us alone. Can't live a normal life. And
wow. I mean, how bad do you feel for Dawn right now? We need a bar card criminal attorney in Weber County, Utah, and in Kingman, Arizona. She has warrants out for her arrest. So to the authorities who may see this video, I have all the evidence now. So we're going to follow this up, and we're not going to let her rot in a dungeon.
I never met with her. She never came to my house again after that until the day they removed the case.
August 17th?
Nope, she didn't come to my house on August 17th. She only came to my house on August 9th of 23.
And they open another case against you on August 9th.
And she works her case. Yeah, all the cases are against me.
But the August 9th case is not against you. It's for the kids, supposedly, right?
No, it's against. They're all against me. When DCFS is coming in, it's the allegations against me for something in my parenting or whatever I'm not doing. Or
Okay.
But that's like a moving target for them.
Well, I mean, my position. I think that the kids are cows. So then what happens next after August 9th?
So literally nothing. They come and take the kids on the 26th of September. Well, I got served on the 25th to come to court.
Of September?
Of September.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trespassed from the court, so I have to give them a 24-hour notice to be on their property. They didn't give me but a 12-hour notice, so I recorded the call to her telling her, hey, I can't make it. I emailed the judge, the court, and the paperwork that I was served on 9/25, they didn't say they were going to take the kids or anything like that, but I couldn't make it. I have patients to see. It's after 5. I have somebody at 8. I've got to be there. And besides, they didn't give me a 24-hour notice. So that they had court that.
Okay. She's saying that the court didn't give her a 24-hour notice. So now this is all going to come out in a minute, but I want to explain what she just said right here so that you understand. She says she can't make court on the 25th. And besides,
but I couldn't make it. I have patients to see. It's after 5.
She's a dental hygienist. She works with a dentist. If she's not there to hand him the instruments, she loses her job.
I have somebody at 8. I've got to be there. And besides, they didn't give me a 24-hour notice. So
she needs to give the court a 24-hour notice. Why does she have to give the court itself a 24-hour notice? That's going to come out in a second. I want you to catch that little piece though, because I didn't understand it, but I trusted the process.
That they had court that day, and then they came to my house that night and took the kids.
Hold on one second. I can't hear you.
Okay.
So they served you on the 25th, but you can't go to court on the 26th or the 27th because you've been.
Well, the 26th, I couldn't go because I had work, but they didn't give me a 24-hour notice.
Okay.
I was obligated by the decorum to give 24-hour notice to come into the courthouse. For what reason, I'm not exactly sure.
That comes
Their
out.
Feelings are hurt.
That comes out in a minute. Hold on.
Okay. And
we'll
that's
get there.
on September 25th. And then do you go to court on the 27th? How does that work?
So on the 26th, they proceeded with court, and then they took the kids. But on the 26th.
No, Don. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I don't understand the story. So let's slow down here. So they serve you that you have court on the 27th. Is that correct?
No, on the 26th.
Okay. So they serve you on the 25th and so you have court tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you obviously have a job, and
Yeah. Yeah.
court is during the day, so you can't make it because you got to be at work.
Correct.
And you're a dental hygienist. If you don't show up, the dentist can't do his work.
Correct.
Okay. So you tell them, hey, sorry, but I can't make that court tomorrow. How do you tell them that you can't make it?
I call the caseworker and we have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me to get it rescheduled. And I'm like, you're going to need to get it rescheduled. I didn't schedule it in the first place. And then additionally, I emailed the judge and probably the guardian ad litem. I think I emailed everybody to tell them I couldn't make it
Okay.
on the 26th.
And you start these emails and these contacts on the day you get served. And where do they serve you at?
At my house.
Okay. You're off on the 25th. Is it a Sunday? What day is it? it?
It was in the evening. That's why they came at like 7:30.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Okay.
And I don't remember I was probably at work. It was a Tuesday. I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. So then I am not able to make it that day. And then at the end of my work day on the 26th, it's just after 5, I'm getting ready to walk out the door. My kids call me in a panic, freaking out because somebody covered the doorbell camera.
On the 26th of 2023, the day you're supposed to have court, you don't go, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to make sure I got the full picture.
And
here.
they showed up on my property at 5 minutes after 5.
Okay. On the same day you had court, and who shows up at your property?
Like 90 police officers.
Yeah, they bring a platoon. Okay.
A fire truck, an ambulance, the whole thing around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, those kids are worth a lot of money once they get them in state custody.
And I'm more than an hour away at work.
Okay.
And got
so
a
then
5 o'clock traffic.
So you see this on your Ring camera, is that correct?
Yep.
And you have a video of that.
Well, I didn't see it. My kids called me because they seen it and they were terrified. And so once they called me, then I got on and saw.
Okay, got it. And then what happens? What do they do?
They get off my property and then they just surround the property, like from the neighbors' houses. And they do say some things to the neighbors that are really, I don't know, just uncomfortable.
No, hold on. Dawn, stay focused. So you tell them to get off your property.
Then they leave.
You're talking to them on the Ring camera, is that correct?
Correct. And I had two different angles.
There's dozens of cops outside your house, and you tell them to leave your property, and they do?
Not necessarily, but they get away from the Ring doorbell camera.
Okay. And then how do they, after that, this is at 5 o'clock or 6, because the kids call you?
This is about 5:30.
Right.
There's about 5:30.
Okay, and then what happens?
So neighbors are coming out of their houses to inquire about what's going on. Why is there so many police at my house? And that's when, they're like, what are you guys doing? Like, she's going to be home. And the officer that covered the camera said she should print out the photographs that she has.
Hold on a second. Is that where the phone conversation happens that everybody has seen on the internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's more to that. I didn't share all of it, just shared that video. There's more.
We have the rest of that video. That was only part of the video. There's more
videos and more angles.
I need to see the rest of that video.
Okay.
So I want you to go to WeTransfer.com.
I will.
Just send me like probably 5 or 6 videos at a time that are the most relevant. Okay. So then what happens? You tell them, get the F off my property. Then the woman who's just a dunce cap, Jack Loose Thug Pig, I see her walk away from your door, but they stay there. And then you get home, and what happens?
So it takes me, I don't get here till 6:30.
Okay.
And when I'm about 5 minutes away, my oldest calls me again, and and we're on the phone back and forth, and I'm calling the police. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm racing home. But he called me in I've never heard him panic like that before. And he said they have the thing that they use at mommy's house to break down the door.
Oh, because mommy's, okay, got it, the battering ram. And so
they had the battering ram. And so I'm like, I'm almost there. And so I don't even know. I'm in like shock. So I'm hauling up my street, which people drive very fast on the street anyways. And I get here and they have my driveway blocked. But at the moment that I pull up and I see the guy, I see his face, and then I see his name tag and hear his voice. I put 2 and 2 together. He was the guy that was here, the homicide guy that was here in 21. And he was the guy that wouldn't let me talk to the chief of police. And now
So the guy who went there in 2021 when Jaden had very first took off without permission, is now back on her property. And that guy had accused her of killing Jaden and having her separated husband bury his body.
Here he is standing in front of me. So I unleashed a battlefield of
Sure, I understand that.
Like
We saw
vulgar
how you
language.
talked to them on the Ring camera. So
Right.
then had they battered down your door or not?
Not at that point.
Okay, so then what happens next?
So they won't let me like pull in the driveway. So then I have to park across the street, and then I get out and walk over, but then they don't allow me to walk over. They kind of trap me over by my car, at the same time telling me to open the door, but like it's hard to do from across the street. And then I slowly kind of just work my way over to the door, because they do bust the doors down, even though I could have opened the doors if I could have seen a warrant, but I still hadn't seen a warrant at that time. So I'm not opening my door for nobody until
So
I
then with
see
the 4
something.
kids in there, they beat the door down with a battering ram?
They beat both of the doors down with in here, but for the hour and a half that they were here while I was at home, they were on my property, and they were tapping and rapping on the doors, windows, and the house all the way around.
Terrorizing the kids.
Terrorizing the children.
Wow.
And when they finally get the kids out of the house, the lady that was here in May that didn't do her report was here.
Okay, so you kind of skipped a step here for me. So you get there, you get out of your car, but they won't let you get to the house. You got the keys to the house in your hand or in your purse, but you're saying, let me see a warrant, but they won't show you a warrant.
Mm-hmm.
So then they detain you from being able to open the door.
Yeah, they don't let me on my own property.
Okay.
And then they batter around the doors.
And you watch them batter the doors open?
Yeah, and while I was saying, at what point did I ever say I wouldn't open the door for you? If you show me the warrant, I'll open the door for you.
Oh no, once they get dressed up like G.I. Joe loser, they can't wait to kick the door down. I mean,
right, especially when there's just innocent children and handicapped pets inside.
How are they going to brag to their friends if they don't break the door down? We beat this door down today.
Well, one of them, they couldn't get open. My boy opened it. I asked him to open it.
Put a one in the chat if you know when they get dressed up like G.I. Joe loser, they gotta break the door down.
Before they destroyed it totally, the one that opens outwardly.
Okay. So on
but they
day,
did
on
batter it.
Number 26, they kick the doors down, and then do they have you in torture cuffs, or they're just surrounding you so you can't get over there?
No, they're just surrounding me so I can't get over there.
Well, I'm glad they didn't put you in torture cuffs. And then they bring in all these the Lutheran church people, or is it the Utah DFY?
Well, they're just the Utah people. No,
Okay,
no Florida people.
It's the Utah super good human beings who are going to.
Yeah, they're like down the
children.
street and around the corner.
Oh, so then they bring them in, and these are civilian-looking people wearing civilian clothes. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then they come up. I've been down this road with so many people. So now they take the kids in front of you, and do they put them in the van? Do they put them all in one car?
So when they're taking them, they're walking them to these cars. There's 4 of them. And my boy tells me that they busted the front door, because at that point I didn't know. And I'm over here trying to fight off this one cop choking me and trying to slam my face to the ground.
I'm so sorry. You skipped this part. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So listen to what she says here. This is why you have to make a victim go chronologically.
Door, because at that point I didn't know. And I'm over here trying to fight off this one cop choking me and trying to slam my face to the ground.
I'm so sorry. You skipped this part. I'm not sure what you're talking about right now.
Well, when this is the alleged assault on the officer, when I'm still on that property, they're guiding my kids down the street, and they're not letting me near, and I'm trying to get my door closed.
Oh, so I'm a little bit confused here. We kind of jumped around.
Well,
so I don't understand. You pulled up, and then you were going to walk across the street to your house, but they wouldn't let you get to your house.
And then this is like a 30, 40-minute ordeal or more.
Oh, I'm sure. So it's okay. We're going to pick it apart. So now when you walk over there, they're physically obstructing you from being able to get to your house. Correct?
Yeah, even on my own property. Yeah.
Okay. And then you watch them batter the door down.
Right.
Okay. And then
I watch them parade my kids down the driveway and down the street.
Into a car, or just walk
into
away?
separate cars.
4 kids in 4 separate cars.
4 kids in 2 separate cars.
Okay, so 2 kids in each car. Okay.
3 and then 1, because my boy told him to F off, and then he started booking it. And they chased him and tackled him down.
And they put him in torture cuffs at 13 years?
They threatened to put him in torture cuffs, but I mean,
Okay,
they won't give me the body camera and his statement doesn't match, but he tackled my kid
Mhm.
and then put him in a car and kept him in the car by himself.
Okay.
And
And
then
uh-huh.
then they went to this place called the Christmas Box House. They took the
No,
girls in,
We're still there. They tackled the kid, put him in the car, and now
put
what
him in the
happens?
car, and then they drive away.
Okay, and then what happens with you, where you're going to get all these charges against you?
So I'm just standing there. So when I was trying to get from my car to across the street, there's an alleged assault. And then when I tried to get my door to shut.
No, wait a minute. So before they battered down the doors, when you tried to cross the street, that's when they said you assaulted a copper?
Yeah, but I didn't learn that day.
Oh no, they love to give you charges later and then put a warrant in and then arrest you.
Yeah.
Impound your car,
Yeah, I'm waiting for, they're about to do it to me again.
Oh, so they have a warrant for you now?
No, not yet, but they're called entrapment.
No, hold on a minute. Let's stay on the story here. So when you tried to cross the street, the charges that they're saying that you assaulted a cop as you were trying to cross the street.
No, as I was standing in front of my car, I kicked or something. I flung my foot out, and that he had to move in such a way that he thought I might strike him.
Oh, so he had fear that you were going to touch him, so that's an assault charge.
Well, I repeatedly asked him if he would back away from me, but he was making me nervous.
But did you ever kick a cop?
No, I never touched anybody.
Did you ever punch anybody, push anybody?
No, I never touched nobody.
You're being charged with assault.
Times 2.
Times 2. And it's from that day on September 26th.
Yep, and reckless driving and disorderly conduct. Because they said the disorderly conduct was because I was being boisterous and loud in order to bring all my neighbors out of their houses.
Oh, no.
They were already out there.
So just let me tell you something. This is all of this right here, all these charges against you, this is because your video went viral on the internet.
I know that now.
Paris. It's the Ogden Police Department?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? Now they're really going to get inundated. Now
So
get hammered. Okay. So they stole your kids on September 26th. Now you go in your now what happens next? Because I want to try to stay on.
During court on the 26th, They scheduled court for 27th, right?
Okay.
And I didn't know, but on the 27th in the afternoon, about 45 minutes before court was going to start, the lady that I met with from DHS, the executive director, Sherry, she notified me via text. So
that you had a court date in 45 minutes.
That they had court, and so I tried to go to court.
You left your work and tried to go to court.
I didn't go to work. That was the day after they took my kids. I spent the night fixing my doors and trying to understand it.
Sure. Makes total sense. And so then you try to go to the courthouse on the 27th, and how's that go?
So I walk out of my door and I go there because it's at 1:30, and I walk through the door, and as soon as I walk in, the security guard in the juvenile courthouse says, "Oh, I know you. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." And I asked him, "Just leave me alone. I have court. I've done everything I need to do to be here. So just leave me alone." And he just kept heckling me like, you need to leave. He's like, "I'm not letting you in my courthouse."
You're not allowed to go to a court hearing?
Well, they trespassed me.
How can you be trespassed from a court?
I don't know.
We'll get into that story later, but I want to go back to the 26th on that night after they take the kids. You walk in, and now the 4 kids that were there that you've been taking care of for 6 years,
gone.
The house is empty.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So this is a lawyer search today. Today we're looking for a lawyer in Weber County, Utah, and in Kingman, Arizona, a criminal defense attorney. That's what we're doing right now. We're looking for that attorney. That's all we're doing. I stayed up all night last night. I have not slept a single wink trying to put this video together. And at the end of the day, with all the videos she has, I was like, you know what? Let's just get her story out there, and then I can release these videos and audios one at a time over the next couple weeks. There's 180 videos. So these coppers are not going to get away with this. They're not going to get away. Well, how do we know? They put me in jail for 4 months and got away with it.
Your heart must be just broken. Oh, I'm sorry, Dawn.
Thank you.
At least now people can understand your story. And And people listening to this, I want them to understand it's not racist. I'm not being racist. Say, oh, it's a white kid, they're worth a lot of money. What I mean when I say that is each and every person, from the lawyers to the guardians to the DFYS to the judges, everybody makes money.
I know that now.
Yeah, it's a great big scam. But so the reason why I said, oh, it's a white kid, because black kids very rarely get the same adoption chances that white kids get.
And I've read a lot about it, and it's disgusting.
It's a fact, though. You know that once the black kids in foster care, they may not
any
get
ethnic kid.
Yeah, any ethnic.
But the rate of abuse, and I mean, Florida loses more kids in a year than Utah even takes into custody.
Oh yeah. Florida's a real.
It's a real problem.
On the 27th, you go to court, and you can't go to court, and what happens?
The guy won't let me in. So he said, are you going to promise me you're going to be nice? And I said, listen, this is not an add-on stipulation kind of court trespass. He's like, well, I'm not letting you in unless you promise me you're going to be nice. So I told him, fuck you and your add-on stipulations. And I left, but there was a wall of officers, and I didn't even park on their property.
How many of you guys love her? Put a 1 in the chat if you absolutely love Dawn Breesy. We are going to help her all the way to the end, all the way to the end.
So I told him, fuck you and your add-on stipulations. And I left, but there was a wall of officers, and I didn't even park on their property. So I walked out the door and I left.
Okay.
And they
Got it.
They come out the doors after me. I guess they're calling my name. They've got their handcuffs out. One guy's like, oh, now what are we going to do? Because I didn't know it then, but I know it now. They plan on arresting me for the charges from the previous day.
On the 27th?
On the 27th, they were going to arrest me for the allegations that they made on the 26th. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't, the guy said he stepped up. His name is Officer Pickett. He said he stepped up to arrest me that day, but he didn't want to further inflame my neighbors.
What?
So therefore, they didn't arrest me.
Wait a minute. Where are you though? He's going to step on the 20.
On the 26th at my house. He's going to step up to put me in handcuffs.
We're going back in time now. So the cops.
I learned it on the 27th.
He didn't want to inflame the neighbors. Since when do they give a shit about anybody's feelings?
I don't know. I wanted to see if I could rent out my street to people who might get arrested. Take a small fee, come down the street.
Okay. So the 27th, do you get to go to court and to the hearing?
No. So I leave. I go to my car. I'm sitting in my car. I'm bawling my eyes out, and I'm calling attorneys, calling everybody, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, and then about 3 minutes, and I see an undercover car come around the corner, and then he kind of boxes me in, like double parks next to me. And then I see a Weber County Sheriff truck come around the corner, and he does the same. So I move to a different parking spot. I'm on a public street. So I go around the corner, I park again. They did the same thing again. So, and I have camera in my car. So I moved again. They did it again. And I'm just trying to call attorneys. I'm trying to leave me alone. So then I move and I start traveling in the direction of my house, and I just randomly make a turn on Grant, and they, about a quarter of a mile into it, they flash their lights for me to pull over. So I pull over, but at this point they hadn't flashed their lights at me. So I pull over, my driver window is barely cracked, my passenger window isn't open. I turn my car off so my camera goes off, which is kind of a stupid move. But I'm in shock at this point. Then the guy gets out of his car, he goes to his trunk, he puts on all of his riot gear. And I'm
G.I. Joe loser.
Hysterically. Then he puts on all of his riot gear, and I'm falling hysterically. Then he comes to my window, and I have video of this, but there's no audio, because he called it in that I was evading him, which later got changed to a traffic citation. And also the sheriff was there to serve me documents from the state of Arizona. So he comes up to my window. I said, what did you pull me over for? He said, I thought you might just want to talk. I said, you're out of your fucking mind. Are you am I being under a threat of arrest? Am I being detained? He said, no. And I mean, but this is like a drawn out conversation, but I guess the sheriff guy is trying to come around. He had papers. I didn't know it then, but seeing the video now a million times, I can see it. And then like, I never really saw the sheriff guy like come up to me. I saw him on the passenger side. And then when I asked if I could leave, I drove away. And in the video, you don't even see me in the video, but you see my vehicle, and then you see it pull away. And then there's a set of documents on the ground that the Weber County Sheriff goes and picks up, I guess, and takes back to the sheriff's office. And I was supposed to be served those papers, but
On the 27th, is that what you're talking about?
This is on the 27th. This is after leaving the courthouse.
You were supposed to get served paperwork, but you weren't.
No, I wasn't. And I had no idea that they even existed or anything about it. I didn't even know that. I mean, I was in such a state of shock. I didn't really know what they were doing, but he's also told the story in several different ways.
And you didn't record it?
I recorded part of it, but no, I turned the car off. My car's got some problems, but then I turn the car back on and I drive home. Then that same undercover cop comes to my house afterwards. Like,
Did you record that?
It's on my doorbell camera.
Okay. And you have that conversation. Okay, go send me that too. These are irrelevant things. Okay.
But he didn't bring the papers to be served to me.
Okay. So now the 27th happens, and they say that you committed crimes on the 25th,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to charge you with crimes on the 25th, but they don't.
On the 26th, they were going to charge me. They charged me with a crime, but they were going to try. So they're trying to get me out of my car or near them so they could put me under arrest. Out of my house so they could.
But then they saw you on the 27th at the courthouse. They could have arrested you. Why didn't they?
Well, I walked away. They wanted me to go to court, I guess, but then they wanted to arrest me. But they were having this whole conversation like they didn't know what to do now.
Dawn, let me tell you something. It's all bullshit. If they were going to arrest you for a crime that you did on the 25th, they would have done it on the 26th or the 27th.
Right.
But they trumped up the charges against you because your video went viral.
I wasn't arrested until sometime in January, and it was based off that Arizona non-serving paperwork.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, on the 27th, the deputy, there were some papers that were in the video that I seen that he picked up after I drove away. And allegedly that was like a protective order for my sister out of Arizona.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
When I left the courthouse.
On the 27th of September.
On the 27th of September, I had an undercover and a Weber County Sheriff pull me over.
Okay.
And I wasn't under threat of arrest, and I was free to go, so I drove away.
Okay. So they pulled you over for what? Just to say hello to you?
Well, he said he just thought I wanted to talk. But there's no audio on the camera.
This is incredible. And then.
So the reason why I didn't understand is because the undercover and the other person she just said pulled her over. Two coppers pulled her over with no reason to pull her over. And they told her that they just wanted to have a conversation with her, but they were pulling her over to serve her with some Arizona paperwork that had to do with her sister's protective order that she had filed on her from a text message war of some kind. I'm just getting bits and parts of it and trying to make it all make sense.
And then they allegedly served me these documents.
On the 27th.
On the 27th, during that traffic stop, or my evading.
Did you get served documents on the 27th?
No.
Okay, but they said that they did.
Correct.
Okay.
And their video shows them picking them up and taking them with them.
So he went to give her papers, but then listen right here. She says it's on video, which I have the video. They picked up the papers and took them with them. You dirty pigs. You're caught. It's on video.
Okay.
And their video shows them picking them up and taking them with them.
Right.
Okay. So you have a video of that. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they take the kids. So I imagine you're trying to get the kids back, but now.
Well, I'm trying to understand what's even going on, like why they even took them.
I get that. Yeah. What's the reason? Okay. And so then how many months pass before you get, now you said you have 17 misdemeanors against you. How much time passes before you understand that there's 17 misdemeanors against you?
The 17 was total because they kept coming. I mean, even as June of 24, there's a charge. It's January.
No,
I mean,
hold on. No.
I only got so
No,
many
stop.
misdemeanors at first.
Just stop. I don't want to. People are going to hear this, and I don't want to be confused. So, on the 27th, after they leave you, you don't have any criminal charges. As far as
No.
you know, you're clear. They just stole your kids.
Correct.
Now, what happens next in September 27th of 2023? What happens after that?
So in early October, I start getting leaflets in the mail about attorneys, a whole bunch of them. And I called, and that's when I learned that there were charges.
Okay, so they've given you criminal misdemeanor charges that once they filed them in the court, the way it works that people don't know, attorneys have first access to understanding people who have charges against them. And so what happened is they'll send you a business letter saying, hey, do you want to hire me because you have legal problems? So you start getting these letters in the mail saying, hey, you have legal problems. Can we help you? And so you're like, what the flock? So then you call up the courthouse, correct?
Correct.
And say, hey, why am I getting these leaflets from people saying they want to help me? What's going on? And then they tell you have a warrant for your arrest?
So no, then they tell me that I have court for these allegations.
So let me clear this up for Scott. I cut this video down. This video was almost 2 hours, and I got it down to an hour and 20 minutes. So Scott says, I've never heard. It wasn't that, Scott. She has a babysitter. She has a sitter who watches the kids. She didn't leave the kids alone. The 10-year-old kid was not watching the other 3 kids. No. She has a full-time sitter. She only works Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as a dental hygienist. And she has a full-time sitter on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So when she goes home, the sitter leaves. Just so you know. I just wanted to clarify that because you guys are arguing about it in the chat. But there was a babysitter. I just cut it out because it was irrelevant for the case. But look how sharp you guys are. You're picking up on every detail. We're going to help this woman. We are going to help her. We're going to help her all the way through this case. She's getting screwed.
For the use, I'm sorry, with that, for what?
So those allegations that they made from 9/26, when I find out in October, they have a court date scheduled for me November 6th or something like that.
But you don't know anything about this yet. You have to call the courthouse to find out.
Yep. Correct. I had to call the courthouse to find out because I got those things in the mail.
Okay.
And then
so you can't go to the courthouse though because you're trespassed.
I was trespassed from every courthouse in 3 counties. Justice, District, all of them, juvenile in Weber, Morgan, and Davis County.
Why?
I went in getting documents. I don't know.
There's a story here somewhere of why you get trespassed.
Probably because I told the court that so I've been going in for months trying to get documents saying anything about Florida. And then, if you call different times of day, you get different people, they tell you different stories. Well, one lady said that she read something off from a Florida document. I said, great, I'll be there like Monday to pick that up. And when I showed up Monday, that's when I got trespassed.
Okay, so let me encapsulate it for the people listening then. So the reason why you got trespassed from all the courthouses is because as you were going down the legal road, let me know when that's done. So it's okay. So the reason why you get trespassed from all the courthouses is because when you're trying to get legal documents to find out what's going on with the kids, as your sister is filing in Florida and Utah Division of Family Youth Services, as this is all going on, you're actively engaging with courthouses trying to get paperwork. You got people calling you saying, hey, let me have a video chat with your kid from Florida. And you're like, what are you talking about? So you're actively engaging. And every time you engage with those courthouses, it goes south. Correct?
Absolutely. 100%. And that's Utah and Florida.
Okay, that's why you're trespassed. Because you're mean to them on the phone because they're trying to mess with your life. And so then they make it even harder for you. Right. They're jerking you around. As it was, the head of DFYS in Utah already said, don't talk to Florida. They don't have a case. Right. Okay. So, but now people understand because people are going to say, oh, what'd she do at the courthouse? Why'd she get trespassed? You got trespassed because you called there and weren't nice and tried to get documents and weren't nice. And so they then trespassed you.
So yes. And that was in July of 23.
Okay. So now we're back up in September, October of 2023, where now there's charges against you, but you don't know there's charges against you.
Correct.
And so you have a court date, but you don't know you have a court date.
Correct.
And so now you have a court date for what happens. And did they tell you over the phone you have a court date? Did they tell you you have a warrant for your arrest?
So they told me I have a court date, and then I never had court dates before, and so I was like, I can't make it that day.
How old are you?
Almost 50.
I'm 50. Okay, so I understand. So you're 48, 49 years old.
Yeah.
And so now you have a bunch of criminal charges against you. But let's stay on the story. So you get all these pamphlets.
I have a court date.
Okay. And what date is that court? November what?
That was like November 6th.
Okay. So then
But I was like, I can't make it that day. My schedule was booked out for a whole year, so at least give me a buffer zone so I can work it to get into court or to get there with my work. And I guess I thought it was like scheduling a doctor's appointment is what a friend told me. It's not like scheduling a doctor's appointment. So I ended up going to court in in November and again in December.
None of that is happening. Plead the fifth. No teachers are reporting anything. The oldest boy is just running off every year or two.
They don't arrest me for anything.
All right. So you have a court date November 7th, and what happens with that court date?
So it was you just show up and they say what the charges are against you, and then
You plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No, I didn't plead anything. And then
No, but hold on. Answer me. Do you go to that courthouse?
I did go to the courthouse, but I didn't plead the first time. It was the second time, and
But they let you in the courthouse. Is that correct?
Correct. With the proper 24-hour notice.
Okay. And so,
And that was the district courthouse.
Hold on. Just do me a favor, pretty please. We just answer the questions I'm asking you so that I can try to get this proper. So what are you talking about 24-hour notice? What are you saying?
So with the trespass order, in order for me to come into the courthouse, I have to give them a 24-hour notice. I'm only allowed to arrive 15 minutes before my court, and I have to leave immediately after.
Okay. Now I understand. So you call them 24 hours in advance and say, hey, I'm coming to court. And then?
Yeah. And then I go to court.
And what happens?
They appoint a public defender. And then we schedule another date, and it was in December. And then I went to that court date as well. So what makes it confusing is they filed charges in district court, justice court, and then juvenile court all at the same time.
Three courts.
They filed three different. So if you have 17 misdemeanors, you got 6 here, 6 there, and 6 over, and 5 over.
There was like 9 of them in the justice court, and then like 5 of them in the district, 5 or 6 in the district court.
And the charges are all coming from the Ogden Police Department?
They're coming from the caseworkers and the police detectives and police officers. The Utah DCFS caseworkers said that whatever I did was so bad that I'm on a verified petition list. So as a medical provider, I can't practice if my name's on that list ever again if I don't get it off.
She can't work. She can't make any money. They put her on some list where she can't work as a dental hygienist.
But you've never done anything wrong to anybody.
No. But at the same time as I have these 3 court proceedings like launching in all 3 of those courts, juvenile, justice, and district, I also have it kicking off in Arizona in a justice court there, but I'm unaware at all
I'm sorry,
of any of that.
No. So what is the case in Arizona? You have a misdemeanor charge in Arizona?
So that was the paperwork that they were allegedly serving me that day of 9/27 of 23. And I didn't know it at the time. So there's 3 misdemeanors and 1 class 6 felony.
How do you have any sort of criminal charges in Arizona?
Because I violated that order that I was never served according to them.
Violated what order?
The order that the sheriff's deputy picked up off the ground and didn't give me on September 27th of 23.
You violated the what?
Protective order.
Against who?
My sister took out a protective order for herself, her dogs, her cat, and her 50 plus chickens.
And she was living in Arizona at the time?
Allegedly, in Littlefield, Arizona, between St. George and Mesquite.
And why is she pulling out a protective order against you?
I'm assuming that's probably what the caseworkers told her to do, but I have no idea.
How does she have any grounds to have protective order against you?
Well, she made up these lies that are totally not true, and she listed these dates and these events that occurred, and I was unaware. And those, I don't know where she got that information from, but they call it protected. So as far as discovery goes, they won't give you the information in a protective order case.
And they said that you violated protective order in which way?
They said that I communication harassed her. So, and I didn't learn this until, so they charged me with 3 charges on 9/27, the same day that I was allegedly served. Didn't learn about them until January of 24. But those 3 charges were, open my Arizona folder here, were communicate, so interfering. Okay, there's that one. There's several copies. Failure to comply with a court order, interfering with judicial process, and this other one. Shoot. Sorry. There's one other, and that's the class 6, and they said, aggravated communication harassment.
Because you and your sister.
Aggravated harassment with order, felony 6th degree. But the paperwork changes back and forth from a 6th to a 5th. The other one is unlawful, knowingly direct lewd electronic communication and failed to comply with a court order. And this is all on 9/27.
You were never served that training order?
No, I was not.
In Maricopa County, Arizona?
In Mojave County.
Mojave.
So,
Okay.
Littlefield in Colorado City.
Okay.
And then, so I was unaware of any of that, but I got a traffic ticket complaint in the mail in October, and I inquired about that because I hadn't been anywhere. And
that was from you driving home to just get the cops on the 26th, correct?
Well, they're saying I was in Arizona as well.
Were you in Arizona?
No, I was not.
And you got a traffic ticket from Arizona?
So it's a traffic ticket and complaint, and they said that on October 1st of 23 that I failed to comply with a court order. So I had this one, and I started inquiring about that. But the other 3 that alleged to happen on 9/27, I didn't learn until about 2 or 3 days after they arrested me, January 24th of 24.
See, okay.
At my work.
So we haven't gotten there yet. So
Yeah.
So okay. So I guess we can move forward now. So okay. So who arrests you? So you get through the rest of the year without the kids. You know what? This video is an hour and a half. I'm going to cut this here.
Okay.
And you're going to send me all those videos and all the receipts for the things that we've talked about. And then we're going to get into them arresting you in January at your work. Okay?
And I have body cam of that too.
Okay. So I need you to get me together the relevant videos. I'm going to end this now, Dawn, and I want you to go to a website called WeTransfer. I sent you my email address, and send me, 5, 10 videos and documents, whatever you got, that's going to be relevant to this conversation. I'll send you a copy of this recording so that you can listen to it back. So
it's 180 videos.
You can remember which videos you need to get to me. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to put this out tomorrow. I want people to understand that you need help now. You need a lawyer in Mojave County, Arizona, and you need an attorney in, is it Ogden? What's the county there?
Weaver
County. So you need you need a criminal defense attorney in both of those. But let me ask you a question, and I'll just end it with this last question. Have you assaulted anybody? Have you hurt anybody? Have you cheated anybody? Have you stolen anything?
No.
Have you
Have
you hurt anybody? Did you threaten to kill your sister?
No.
Okay. So these are all trumped up charges.
I was a supervisor of her visits, so if she has a protective order, how is she going to have conversation with her kids? Which we did have in that protective order time.
I'm going to put this whole conversation exactly as is. But what people need to understand is on that day that we saw the recording, the 25th of September, they took your kids that day.
26, yeah.
They took the 26th when they covered the doorbell ring camera and you said, get the hell off my property.
Mm-hmm.
They took your children that day.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that. People. So I showed that video myself. A lot of people in the First Amendment auditing community made videos that went so viral it was unbelievable. But what people don't know is the real story behind what happens when you stand up to the state bullies and say, hey, leave me the hell alone. I haven't hurt anybody. I haven't cheated anybody. I've done nothing wrong. But if you try to stop their process or put a wrench in their process at all, then they're going to charge you a 17
If
felony.
you humiliate them or embarrass them or don't do exactly what they say, even if it is not lawful, then they act this way.
Oh yeah, I just got out of jail. I'm not sure if you know or not.
Yeah, I did like 100 days in jail this year already.
Oh, you were in jail for 100 days. We're going to get into that jail story
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'm going to
No,
call
you're
you back.
fine. You're fine. Thank you. Thank you. From everything I have. Thank you.
You're welcome. I haven't done anything. I'm just going to expose this and try to find you an attorney. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Walt. Thank you, Utah Defender. I appreciate it.
Utah Defender contacted me and I contacted you.
I
I'm
know,
gonna
but
call
look
you.
what happened when he hung out with me. He got arrested.
I haven't seen that video yet.
Yeah. So I've been pretty isolated.
Wow, this is going on right now.
Yeah, it's still going on right now.
Watch your back. I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you. Yeah, have a great night.
Okay, bye, John.
Okay, so couple things here, So first and foremost, I'm just showing you a tiny snippet. This is my text to her last night at 11 o'clock. Send me your email address. What's your date of birth? If you go to jail again, I'll get you out. I don't stop. I've given her my word. She's checking in with me morning, noon, and night. If I don't hear from her, I'm going to go looking for her. I almost went to Ogden, Utah last night. I was this close to driving to Ogden, Utah. This is a video here from Utah Defender. Big shout out to Utah Defender. Here's a link to Utah Defender's video. Okay. I'm going to cover this video right now. This is at the Ogden Police Department a few days ago. This video came across, okay, Princess Buttercup. And so if by any chance Dawn is watching this, Princess Buttercup has said you can come to her house. She totally understands. So you guys can become friends and get to talk to one another and whatnot. But Utah Defender, real name is Walt. Walt, thank you. I appreciate you showing me this story so that we could make sure. Oh, Mikey B, there you are. I haven't seen you in the chat yet. So this is Utah Defender's video when he went to the police department. I haven't seen this yet. Very rarely do I show you videos blindly unless we're like scrolling through Reddit or something. But when I talked to Walt, who is Utah Defender, yesterday, he said, watch the video on my page. It's got a bunch of views this past week. And so this is that video.
Okay, I am at the Weaver County Sheriff Complex, and I have my personnel complaint that I'm going to be turning in on the jail. Go ahead and go on in, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. You look about the same age as I am. You could have gone to school with me. Let's see, day reporting. That looks like the cashier because I went there before. Let's see, cell phone zone, nope, visiting area. Hi, how are you? I'm a journalist, so I'm filming. And I have a complaint for internal affairs. And I just need my copy signed and date stamped. I'd prefer that internal affairs does, but then I have to wait an inordinate amount of time. So you can sign it because you can hand it to him. Okay?
I don't know if he's here, honestly.
Well, if he's here, great. If he wants to sign it, that's great. If not, I just need anybody that works in the county and then they have to make sure that that gets to them.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, give me just a minute.
I know this is intimidating, but this is my process to cover my rear end.
The other Mikey B, he got it correct. Exactly.
Their handicap thing out there doesn't work. They're not ADA compliant. Really? Yeah. So this
Dan Hanlon.
This one in here. Yeah. Oh. So I was just told by my friend that the doors out here, I'm going to press it. And so this is not ADA compliant. Exactly. That's not very good. Howdy. It's ironic. We have the Constitution. Yeah. It's just to look at. Yeah. And don't try to exercise your rights. Especially if you're a journalist. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hi. I just want to let you know, because I'm a disabled veteran, that your button outside doesn't work. Have you been told that?
You know what? We were having troubles with that door last week. We got broke, so I will let our maintenance people know.
Great. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah. Well, that'll take care of it.
Yeah. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Es bien?
How are you? Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Mi abuelo Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, mexicano. Not Cabacho.
You need help, sir?
I'm beyond help, but I think I'm being helped. Yeah, I got a
Got
complaint.
everything taken care of?
Say again?
Got everything taken care of?
I think so. Yeah.
Good.
What's
All
your
right.
name, sir?
Ryan.
Ryan. Glad to meet you.
Ryan
I have a
Harvey.
son who's a lieutenant up for captain down in California PD.
Where's California PD?
No, in California.
Which police department?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not to be rude, but he doesn't want to be involved in what I do. So,
Why does he not want to be involved? with
because
you?
I'm a journalist, and basically I
What
film.
news agency you with?
I'm not with the news agency. I'm
Oh,
independent. I'm
Sorry, I thought
independent.
you said you were a journalist.
And you don't need credentials. You know that, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, a lot of times when we're stopped by law enforcement, they say, "Where's your credentials if you're a journalist?" And you don't need them. The First Amendment, which is on the wall, gives us the right to film police in the course of their duties. And I also
Sure.
spent a day inside your jail.
Oh,
and
really?
I just put in a I have no record. I have a doctorate degree. I was an officer in the United States military. I was
Thank you for your service.
yeah, I was a Green Beret and Ranger. I owned my own business. I was a real estate broker, and I never have anything in my record. And I come to your jail, and they did not allow me to take a shit or piss for 6.5 hours.
Really?
Plus, my upper dialysis systolic was 210, which is stroke. They never did anything for me, and they didn't give me any medication.
Really?
You need to check into it. Now I have
Have you
there.
filmed or filed a complaint?
I've got to. Their eyes are gonna come out of their
Have
head.
you filed a complaint?
Yeah, right now. That's what I'm doing now.
Okay. Yeah, it'll probably make its way through the chain.
Yeah, and something else is coming down the pike.
What does that mean?
Think about it. You
I
know.
have no idea.
Really?
No.
You're a smart man. I can tell. You wouldn't have those stars on there like your Eisenhower.
I'm not Eisenhower.
I know, but you got 5 stars.
And yeah.
Yeah, same rank, right?
No, I'm not. I was not same rank as him for sure. He's
I
military.
like that. I like you. I like that. You should have like chief or super chief or something on there rather than have military insignias. Because I take.
Actually, I have it right here.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
says sheriff.
Yeah.
I'm the
But
sheriff.
but to me, it's a personal affront that you have 5 stars on. Because I'm
I'm
military.
sorry you take it personal.
Yeah,
This
but
is
I have the
something-
right to, right?
But this is something we've done for 172 years.
Yeah, well, still not right as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Man, you know, typically you guys know I jump in and say something. I don't really need to jump in and say anything. I'm just jumping in now to applaud everybody. If you could please, a light round of applause for Walt at Utah Defender. I don't disagree with anything he said.
I'm the
But
sheriff.
but to me, it's a personal affront that you have 5 stars on. Because I'm
I'm
military.
sorry you take it personal.
Yeah,
This
but
is
I have the
something-
right to, right?
But this is something we've done for 172 years.
Yeah, well, still not right as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you get that right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm glad you think that way.
Should I
Says a
think
lot
another
about
way?
you. Well, you should see.
Hey, since you got your camera rolling, have
Yeah.
you viewed all the cool stuff in our lobby?
No, I haven't.
Well, here, let's take a
Let me,
look.
before you do that, you know, for ADA, I'm a disabled vet. I did a night combat parachute jump, and your
Let me
button there
make sure-
doesn't work.
Let me grab this guy first.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see your note. I'll make sure you get taken care of. Okay?
Well, he's pretty cordial. I'm not going to marry him or, you know, give him a big kiss. So the chief here would like me to show you the stuff that's in here. There's a lot of good stuff. That's one thing that's nice.
They got you. Thank you. Check this stuff out.
Just like my son's. My son, they have a great memorial at his police department for all the people in this county and state that have passed away.
This is my favorite one right here.
This up here?
Yeah, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Yeah.
I love that.
So are you LDS?
Yes, I am.
So am I. I'm related to every prophet of the church except for John Taylor.
Oh.
And
I
I've
didn't know that.
submitted over 836,000 names to the temple, and I was a temple worker. But I'm a bad guy. See, I got arrested.
I don't know why you're a bad guy. I
Yeah.
know nothing about your arrest.
What is your name again?
Arvin.
Arvin. I make you bet you might know Deborah Connor.
I think I know her.
Yeah, she's good people.
I mean, take a look at how Arvin is standing. Is that somebody who looks like they're your friend? Like that's somebody that you want to talk to? Does he look like a nice guy to you? Put a 1 in the chat if Arvin looks like a great big jerk. Looks like he's closed and looks like he's a jerk.
I like her.
Yeah, I don't know her that well.
Yeah, but she's good people. Anyway, you're not what I expected.
What do you expect?
Generally, when you talk to anybody that's in a position of authority in law enforcement, they become very butthurt that I have a camera and that I'm trying to talk to them. Yeah, but I appreciate you being so open. And like I told my friend, I'm not going to, ask you to marry me or kiss you, but I do like you.
Oh, well, that's an interesting comment you make. But
Yeah.
I'm married and not interested.
No, I'm not. No, I'm LDS. I mean, so I'm not interested either. I'm just making a joke.
Do you see how uncomfortable he is when he mentions that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with him? And then he pretends as though Walt is making a serious offer of some kind of boy-on-boy relationship, which is preposterous. And by the way, Arvin, the way you're standing, you look like a giant jerk. You look like a giant jerk. Look at how you're standing, bro. Walt is being nothing but respectful to you. And sometimes around these JBTPs, put that in the chat, JBTP, sometimes around these jackboot thug pigs, we have to hold our nose to even be around you because the stench of your ass is so terrible. Walt, 5 stars so far on this, buddy. This is a great audit.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
What can I help you with today?
You can't help me with anything.
Okay, all right.
All I need is my thing back. I would like, here's what I like. You had a gal named Darcy Layton that came to your facility, and she was denied medical help and she was denied her medication. Same thing with me, what happened to me. I would like you to personally make sure that that doesn't happen anymore.
Okay.
And I was put in a floor, and I picked up all the human shit and put it in my pocket on the floor with human waste. And your little control cells that you have back here, they turn the temperature down to probably 50 degrees. I also have neuropathy in my feet. And I'm an American soldier that served this country for 20
You picked
years.
up someone else's poo in the
Yeah,
jail?
yeah. Does it bother me? No. I used to clean up autopsy tables when I was 18. Doesn't bother me.
Didn't know
A lot of
did
people
that.
think, well, how else am I going to have the evidence besides just show it? If it fits the drain top, it's perfect. Then they told me that I had to relieve myself in a drain top that has a lid on it. That's humiliating. That's terrible.
Well, maybe.
All because I asked for toilet paper.
So you're probably in one of the hot cells.
Yeah.
It's probably because you weren't complying.
No, you know what it was?
Because you weren't complying.
No,
Yes,
you're
it
not
was.
listening to me. No, you're not listening to
Okay.
me. You're all jumping to conclusions.
No.
Yeah.
I know how it works in there.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Okay.
Because you haven't been in there.
Oh, that's right. I've never been in the jail. How did you know?
As a prisoner? See, now you're being butthurt.
No, I'm not butthurt.
Yeah, I like
Oh, he looks butthurt. Put butthurt in the chat. He looks butthurt. This man looks like he's butthurt. I mean, take a look at him. Does he look like he's butthurt? You could put a 1 in the chat or put the word butthurt. He's a butthurt pig. That right there is a butthurt pig. Sorry, don't mean to call him pig. Sorry about that. He looks like a butthurt pig to me, though.
How did you know?
As a prisoner? See, now you're being butthurt.
No, I'm not butthurt.
Yeah, I like this.
No,
This is great.
No,
this
the
is
thing
great
is
content.
is you're lying. That's the problem. I've been in the jail.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in there.
You're calling me a liar?
No, just what you said is not
No,
true.
I'm going to tell you
It's a lie.
why and what happened.
Anyway,
Let me
you have
finish.
anything else?
Are you going to run off because now you're not going to be correct and you don't want to hear the
No,
truth?
I just don't want to deal with this right
No,
now.
you
nor
need to
you.
because people are going through this. Let me tell you what happened. I'm
So
in the
if you want
cell.
to file a
Let me
complaint,
fin-
go ahead and file a complaint. If the other person wants to file a complaint, let them file a complaint.
What other
Fair enough?
person?
The friend you said was in there, you want me to go make sure things are going on.
Yeah, that should.
If they have a
if you're
complaint,
the
file it.
sheriff, you're in charge of that, right?
Right.
Okay.
But I
You
wanna
see
make
how
it
the Lord
clear-
puts people in front of you like this, my friend? You see how this happens with the other lady? So here's the thing. Let me tell you what happened. I asked for
anyway-
toilet paper. And
What did he say? He leaned over and he says something. What does he say right here? Someone can get the words for me, please.
be like this, my friend. You see how this happens with the other lady? So here's the thing.
Did he say he needs allies? Is that what he just said? That Steve Conkler? Is that what he just said? He just said he needs allies? I'm sorry. One more time.
My friend, you see how this happens with the other lady? So here's the thing.
That's
Let me
what he
tell
said.
you what happened. I asked for
anyway-
toilet paper and it took them an
Will
hour
you put
to
it
get
down on
me.
a complaint for me?
Oh,
And
it's-
it'll go up
wait
through
till
the
you
chain.
see it.
Okay, I'm excited.
Wait till you see it. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
really
you're going to
thrilled.
have a huge class action lawsuit.
Oh, bring it on if you want.
This
because
is the typical
this is-
attitude
no,
of cops.
You're
You don't want to hear
misunderstanding
my
me now.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm-
you are.
I understand you.
So we have processes in place to file
Well,
paperwork.
just like you do in the jail when
Yes.
you harass people.
Oh, okay. All right.
When I
Are you
ask for
helping now?
a roll of toilet paper, it takes an hour.
Sir, he's got your information for you.
You just need a signature on one of them and one of them is
That's
your
it.
copy, is
That's it.
correct?
Yep,
Okay,
that's
the
all I need.
lieutenant, the IA lieutenant is not in, but I can sign it
Anybody
accepting
in
it.
the county can sign that and make sure it gets to you. It's the law.
Okay, so one of them is yours, right?
Yeah, this one.
Because,
The one that's not as beautiful and cosmetically
and you
elegant.
want a signature on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I can
Date
get you-
stamp it, and a signature.
Okay.
So I can read who it was.
See how easy that was?
No, but you're stubborn. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to walk away from me.
No, I
So
don't
when
have.
you go to the temple and you say, "Are
I
you
don't
fair
have-
in all
no, I
your
don't have-
dealings with your fellow man?" You can't answer yes.
See, you're not entitled to your own truth.
He slapped him with his own religion.
The truth. You want to walk away from me.
No, I
So
don't
when
have.
you go to the temple and you say, "Are
I
you
don't
fair
have-
in all
no, I
your
don't have-
dealings with your fellow man?" You can't answer yes.
See, you're not entitled to your own truth.
No,
And I
I'm
don't
not
have
entitled to
time-
what's coming out of your
Uh,
mouth that's
no,
not correct.
My staff in here, I have time for your BS. That's what it is.
Well, go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's your attitude.
Oh, Walt, Utah defender, coming through with a wappa pow. Pow! Just smacks this butthurt pig square on the ass. Pig oink, 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 running back to his pen. After he first whipped him with his religion, says, you can't go in the temple and be true. And then he smacks him. Man, Utah defender, 5 stars, bro.
What's coming out of your mouth that's
No,
not correct.
my staff in here, I have time for your BS. That's what it is.
Well, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's your attitude. You don't like that, do you?
I'm here
And
for
you can kiss my ass. No, you're not. You're not here for citizens, or that jail wouldn't be run like it. And it happens on your watch. As an officer in the United States Army, everything that does and does not happen on your watch is your responsibility. That's your responsibility. So you can say, Arbin, that I'm coming after your ass. Yeah. How about that? And it's not a threat. It's not an idle threat. You don't know my background.
You just told it to me earlier.
Yeah. You don't
So I
know
do know
my
your
background. No, you don't. You just know the periphery.
Okay.
And I'm smarter than you are.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah. I love your smile because it
Thank
just
you.
adds to all this.
To what?
Yeah, to your stupidity. How's
Oh.
that?
Okay.
Okay, there's your copy,
Thank
sir.
you.
You have a good day.
And fix your damn door for my veterans that come through here. You've been told, okay?
Okay.
That's what's wrong with here. You don't do anything about anything that's important to citizens. Have a nice day. Let's go.
Hey, do you have any public candy? No, sorry. Would you like me to get you some?
Well, it should be out there for the public to look at.
Just demoralized. This sheriff is just demoralized. You can tell by the way he's standing. He's just been, because Walt is kind of an intimidating guy, to be honest, but he's not threatening violence. But you can just see this guy's demoralized.
We should provide candy for the public. Yes, so it's actually donated to North Carolina.
You have a wonderful
donate candy to North Carolina?
Yeah, to the victims of the flood.
Has your organization done anything for the victims in North Carolina? No. I'll answer it for you.
Have a nice day.
Go fuck yourself. Why have I been able to stand in front of 3 fucking chiefs and fucking chew their ass?
There. He was baiting you too. He
Yeah.
wanted you to do something.
Oh yeah, I look that fucking stupid. Yeah. Every sheriff between here and the freeway is going to be out looking for us.
They didn't like the fact that you were putting in that complaint. That's why he came out.
So you saw the sheriff. You saw the sheriff just now. What an arrogant prick. And you know what? I know, Sheriff Otterbahn, you're a member of the church. You need to turn in your membership because you're a piece of shit. And you're a rude fuck. And you're responsible for that shithole that you have right there. And your attitude ain't that great, buddy. I don't know how you got your job. I could probably say, but I'm not going to say it, and I don't care if you're pissed off. You were rude to me as a citizen. And I pointed out shit to you, and that's how fucked up you are. You're fucked up. You're a typical fucking cop that's fucked up. And your butt hurt, and you got angry. So really, I get the last word on my own show. Kiss my ass, motherfucker.
So
a provision,
so
You have like chief or
So
super chief.
I want to show you guys something here. He doesn't get nasty with him until he says, I don't have time for your shit. And then Walt smacks him
You don't
down.
like that, do you?
I'm
Here. You don't do anything about anything that's important. No, you don't. You just know.
I have time for your BS. That's what it is.
Well, go fuck yourself.
So we're going to go back 10 seconds here. Listen to this.
No,
And I
I'm
don't
not
have
entitled to
time.
what's coming out of your mouth that's
No,
not correct.
my staff in here, I have time for your BS. That's what it is.
Well, go fuck yourself.
So he told the man that he didn't have any time for his BS. And so then Walt promptly told him, go F yourself, which makes a lot of sense to me. Why would you say you don't have time for my BS? What are you talking about? What do you mean? You don't have time to serve the public's needs? Aren't you an elected sheriff? And now on the phone, Dawn said, oh, let me go back. Let me make sure I hit.
Should have like chief
Okay.
or
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
chief or something.
I hit the like, and then I'm going to always make sure when you're watching auditor's video, you pop in and you drop a comment. Just takes a second. But then Dawn on the phone said that he got arrested. Was that live? Do you guys know if that was a live video? He doesn't have any live videos. Does anybody have the video of him getting arrested in the last week? I didn't see it. He said he was in the jail. Oh, he has a Terry versus Ohio video right here. I'll hit the like button.
And if you're a police officer and watching this,
okay, but this isn't his arrest video. I'd like to see, does anybody have his arrest video link? I would like to cover his arrest video. So, hey, just so you guys know, just kind of on a side note here, this is my first broadcast at the new studio downtown Los Angeles. Unfortunately, I opened my door today and I've got a bunch of no-see-ums, these little tiny bugs flying around, and they're biting me all over the place. Oh, did you see one right there? You see it? Little sucker. Oh, a little sucker. So I've been fighting these damn no-see-ums the whole time. The green screen, the sun was going through it, so I had to put a blanket over it right when the live started, and I have not slept one wink because I was trying to figure out the best way to help Dawn. And the best way to help her is to get her an attorney, find her an attorney in Weber, Utah, and in Kingman, Arizona. I can see if she's available to talk. Let me see if Dawn is available to jump on a phone. Let's just give her a call. I'm just going to call her. Just real quick. Let me know if you guys can hear this okay. Can you guys hear this okay? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. That song is so funny.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Dawn, hey, it's Chili. I'm just giving you a call back. Give me a call when you get a chance. I'm live right now. There's about 350 people here. So I just wanted to see if we can catch you on the phone. But if not, I'm going to call you tonight. I'm going to record the conversation because in the next rendition, we're going to cover she's been arrested 4 times this year, 2024, and she spent 100 days in jail. She got out because her public defender wrote a writ of habeas corpus and got her out of that 100 days in jail. The woman has never hurt anybody. Dawn, when you get this, please give me a call back or shoot me a text and I will call you back. Okay. Thanks. Bye. So I got these little tiny no-see-ums in here. Someone just asked me what's biting me. These damn little no-see-ums. They're all over the place. If I could pull my legs up right now, I would show you. I got little tiny bites all over my legs. It's driving me freaking nuts. I'm going to make sure that I get this green screen fixed so I don't have to deal with that again. I think I got a bug zapper, plead the fifth. I got a bug zapper here somewhere. I just don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, so do we have the link of Utah defender being arrested when he was supporting Dawn? And I think that Weber, let's go over to Weber County Cop Watch, which is in Utah, and let's give him a little support because is it Cop Watch or is it Auditor? Anybody know the name of this channel? Who's Weber County, Utah? I don't see Weber County Attorney. Does anybody? Let me check the hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button if you would please. I'm just trying to see. Thanks, Steve. And by the way, Steve has some stickers that he's going to send me, but I haven't been able to get a new PO box here in downtown Los Angeles. But I'm gonna get a new Dropbox, and it's really, really cool. Weber County Transparency. Okay, let's give him a little love because he's been Weber County Transparency. Thank you. There it is. Okay, cool. So Weber County Transparency, I'm going to subscribe to his channel, and I'm going to drop the link for his channel in the chat. Go over here and drop a sub for him. We're going to check out one or two of his videos real quick, but I want to make sure that we give this guy support. He actively was helping Dawn. I'm already subscribed to Utah Cop Watch. Oh, is that the channel that it's on? Is that what you're telling me? Utah Cop Watch? Okay. Is this, this the video where, I told you I'm already subscribed. I love this channel. So was it a live where they get arrested? Chase Allen rally. These guys are fighting, man. Okay, so this live is a year old. Let's see if terrorizing with ring door lady. This is how you get treated in jail if you don't bow down. Arrested him. Okay, here it is right here.
So let's refresh the memories of a lot of people up in YouTube. You are the person that the Ogden Police Department showed up to your house and blocked your ring belt, and you were yelling at them through your ring belt, right?
Because I was in Salt Lake driving home, and my kids were inside, and they were terrified.
So they had
called me on the phone and told me what was going on, and they were watching the cameras.
So they've been harassing you for many, many years?
They've been harassing us pretty heavily since July of 2023, July 5th more specifically, but they had been doing welfare checks since September of 2022.
How you been treated here?
You'll see.
So that's Dawn right there. That's the woman who told these dirty jackboot thug pigs where to go and how to do it.
Like, I'm here to do a grammar request for some documents.
So
here's another reminder.
How do I have that expedited? Why is that? So if I'm in the middle of court proceedings and I need these documents and the judge has already ordered the state to turn over all the documents and the state is not following the rules of discovery, then how does that fare?
All I know is media can, and that I don't care. But I'll ask.
The media can and I can't? Well, I'm media. Yeah. Like you're the president.
Yeah.
Right. So who do I talk to about getting them expedited? Then don't get involved in the conversation. Back up. Did you
Interacting with you.
expedite it? Oh, I mean, since you're not really, how I can get these documents expedited, Melanie. What documents?
You get a
I
badge?
just did a grammar.
What's your name?
I just did another grammar request.
What's your name, sir?
I'm not interacting with you.
Why?
What was your name?
You're a
I
public
pay your
servant.
taxes.
Who are you?
I didn't
I
say.
pay your salary.
Okay, well then walk away because I don't need to talk
You're
to you.
really
If you're not
butthurt,
going to
aren't
tell me
you?
who you are. I don't want anything to do with you.
Did you complete your paperwork?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to know what I got to do to get it.
look at these people. They think they're better than her. They think they're better than everybody in the room. The smug, that's the thing is no one's better than anybody else. We're all human beings. We're all going to die. Every one of us. We might as well try to make the journey a little bit better, a little bit brighter for the other people around us.
You're not going to acknowledge who you are and say your name, then don't get involved in the conversation.
Leave.
Back up, turn around, and walk
I'm
away.
just present.
No,
No, you're not.
leave.
You're not private. So then
My name's Curtis.
I didn't ask you.
Thank you for being professional.
ask you to come
Try.
down.
That's all we
I
want.
asked them down. They asked you to come down. I didn't ask you to come down. I asked her how I can get that grandma request expedited.
You need
Since
to talk
we're
to
in
the
there in the
grandma
middle of
team about
since
that.
we're in the middle of
grandma
the court
team?
proceedings.
Yes.
And
There is
the
no such
judge
thing
has
as a
court
grandma
ordered the
team.
documents.
There is a grandma.
There's a document that you have that she fills
She doesn't
out
wanna
and
be
she
on
gives
camera,
it to you, and then you guys gotta act on it.
So how do I
The
get
grandma
it?
team is the one that processes.
How do I
all
get
the
it
documents.
expedited?
Email the grandma team and let them know.
No,
that
she
you
doesn't
need
have to have an
later.
email. She can ask you for the document. She can fill it out here or request one of you fill it out.
Go to the grandma team.
Now, do you guys know and understand that we, the people, have the right to record our
Of course.
documents? So then why is it that she's having a big problem with it?
And why are
And
these
she's a
people
public
using-
servant.
She expedited you guys down here.
Because you're causing a scene and it's.
No, we're not. You're causing the disturbance by your attitudes. Number one.
Sir?
Number two, when you put your hands up to my camera like the one lady did, and this lady walking away and putting her hand up, that's called prior restraint. That's violating our constitutional rights for free speech.
Your constitutional right, I understand, is to film, right? But
That's right.
People can choose not to be filmed by walking away
To turn around and
putting
walk
their
away.
When
hands
they're
up.
public servants, they don't have that pleasure.
They do.
No, they do not.
They
No.
sure do.
They
You guys
do
have
not.
They
duties.
sure do. They can walk away from this
No,
window.
they do not.
You guys have duties. Yeah, she
Right,
could
right.
walk
Civil
away.
servant.
She
Yeah,
could wait. She could walk away, but she
Right.
cannot be yelling and telling to
I
turn
didn't-
off the
I didn't say
camera.
that. I
To
didn't
turn
walk
off the
away.
camera.
So she walked away and came and had us come down and talk to you.
No,
You're
she
still
didn't.
being served.
She walked away.
You're still being served.
Can you let me talk? She walked away, yelling, saying to turn off the camera. That we don't need. We can't have cameras.
I hear that. I hear that.
No,
But if she doesn't want to be on camera, she can
Okay.
find somebody else to
She
film.
could just get up and walk away. Not-
See, do you notice something here? I don't mean to break it up, but I want to just jump in here for a minute. Do you notice that when we, the people, put pressure on government officials, that these guys are going to get arrested? And hold on a minute. I know that it's about 20 minutes away. We're going to jump cut here in a minute. I just want to see how the buildup happened so I can understand what happened to Utah Cop Watch and Utah Defender.
I say anything.
Fair enough.
Okay. So hopefully you educate them.
Fair enough.
Hopefully you educate them. And are you a manager here, supervisor?
What's your last name?
Curtis what?
Yeah, my name's Curtis Giles.
Okay, Curtis.
And your position?
I'm the associate region director.
What does that mean? Are you the person in charge here?
I've worked with Dawn on a couple complaints.
No, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I sent you a couple voicemails and
I don't know.
okay, well,
Okay.
it doesn't
I don't know
matter.
who
I
you
still
are.
have a voicemail from you on my phone. So Dawn, I have.
That's
worked
so
with you.
great. So if you sent me a voicemail, then I probably still have that on my
So
phone
Brian,
as
I have a
well.
curiosity to ask.
So
You're
if you have what you
insincere.
need, we're gonna take off.
Yeah.
No one ever asked for you to be here anyways.
Right, I'm just saying, if you have what you need, we're
You
gonna take off
inserted
because
yourself
I can't
into this
help.
conversation.
I can't help you beyond that.
Then you guys are dismissed.
Okay.
You may
thanks.
leave.
Yeah.
Is there anything
If
else
you
you
got-
need?
I just dismissed you.
I want the
We wanted
question
the question
answered. Why
answered.
are you guys so belligerent towards her? And he doesn't like the words I use.
I don't-
Because
agree with that
whatever words
yeah,
I
we
want to.
disagree with
I don't
being
agree with the
belligerent.
question.
We've tried to do what we can do to
Right,
help.
we want to help you, but we're
Right, that's their standard answer too.
Yeah.
We want to help you, but
I
we're
can't help you.
busy.
We've
We're
given you the
busy
number of the
making,
person you need to
fabricating
contact.
lies and ruining people's
Yeah.
lives and doing what we can to destroy and tear apart
Okay.
families.
Let me tell you one other thing.
You have it on
When
file
people
already.
come
I've
in
done
with
multiple
cameras,
requests. The judge
this
has
is a
ordered that you
public
release all the
area.
documents
They
to me.
can't, you need
for
to
each of the
educate your
cases you
people.
have.
They can't take stuff like this, hold it up
Yeah,
the camera.
sure.
They can't take their hand and put it like this. They can't tell us to leave.
They can, of course, put their hands up.
No, they cannot.
Yes, they can.
By law.
By law, you can, no, you cannot.
Can you read
Go
prior
to the jury.
restraint, okay?
That's prior restraint.
Read that, prior restraint.
Don't point at me and go, oh, I'll
I'll
look
look
at it.
into that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't need to get it from me. I already know the law.
Okay, great.
And did you swear an oath to protect the Constitution?
I did not.
No? Okay.
Why does she need
And
a
you're a one,
copy?
you're
He did not. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button.
one
Driver's
person. They already
license.
know who I am. I've already done this. The judge has ordered it.
Okay.
You have my license on file. For 2.5 years, I worked with this freaking department to get kids brought here from another state. So you know everything about me. I'm sorry that you cannot.
Why
keep the
are you
documentation.
asking for her
Almost
driver's
like the police can't
license?
keep track of their own equipment.
Right.
Part of the application
It's
process.
part of the
We do have to.
application
You know, you cannot ask her for her driver's license.
If she's requesting documents.
No, you cannot ask her for a driver's license.
By
That's
law.
That
You're
is a
misinformed.
Fourth Amendment violation.
You're
Did you know that?
You're misinformed.
No,
So-
I'm not.
You're
Just
misinformed.
because you said it doesn't make it true.
You're misinformed.
No, I'm not.
If she's requesting records.
The only time you can ask a
Sir,
citizen for their
if she's
driver's
re-
license is if they've committed a crime.
That's
the only time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
good.
you should.
We should probably go. We're smug. Look at the smug look on this chick's face. Yeah, we're better than them. We are better than them. Yuck, 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 yuck.
go because you're empty-headed. You don't know what you're doing. You're a tyrant.
You're misinformed.
You're a tyrant. No, you're misinformed.
77-7-15, read it.
Boy, what a lousy representation.
She has a lot to hide because she's hiding out.
Oh, cops are coming in 2
Weird.
minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute away.
You know, John, I'm going to say it on my camera right now, then we'll go to the next
90
place.
seconds.
But the thing is, I can understand why you feel the way you do.
Well, I've been alone and this has been going on for quite some time and it was just me and
No. Do me a favor, everybody. Dawn's going to see this later. Put in the comment section, you are not alone, Dawn. You are not alone. Because Team DLZ is another level. We're another level. You know, there's different levels to every game. We're on another level because we actually help people. We actually help people. And Don, we're going to help you. I promised you in that text message that I'm going to make sure that you don't sit in a dungeon. I'm going to keep my word to you. I'm going to help you. You're not alone, Don.
They're bullies. If you are literally trying to hold us up, it's quite annoying, but call whoever you gotta call, do whatever you gotta do. Can I just get a copy of it?
No,
You know exactly who I am. And you can tell that to the judge that's
Wow.
to release the documents.
What did he say?
Giles.
What did he
He
say?
has to know who she is. Okay.
Because I didn't put my ID on there.
They don't need your ID.
They don't. They know exactly who I am.
We're coming up on it now.
Okay, you're welcome.
Cops are there in 30
Let's see what
seconds.
you wrote on here.
Cops are coming in 30
That
seconds.
evil smile.
No photo ID.
Can I get that evil smile again?
So let me ask you a question.
Can
Are
I
you
get
gonna
that-
deny that request because she didn't give you your photo ID?
If you have any questions.
Are you gonna deny my request because I didn't give you a photo
You know,
ID?
you work for me. I asked you a question. I want it answered.
I don't have to answer.
Oh,
You
so you're
do
gonna be an
actually.
asshole about it.
Who's gonna answer?
You're gonna be an asshole about it.
Name to our public information officer.
No. It doesn't work that way. When someone no,
Look at
you're an
fast
arrogant
Melanie
ass.
loves it.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? Huh? Yeah, bite me.
Who's a fan of Utah Defender? If you're a fan of Utah Defender, put a 1 in the chat. This guy is an animal.
Hey, Don.
Here they come. They got the murder gloves on. Murder gloves are on. He's got the murder gloves on. There's the murder gloves. He's got on his murder gloves. He's got on his murder gloves.
Hey, Don. So you're gonna be under arrest, okay? You got a warrant?
What?
I don't have a warrant.
We do.
Oh, so this is the
Don't
harassment
resist.
you argued the police
Here,
department.
will you
Please,
take- will you
back
take
a little
these
bit, please.
papers? Will you
Thank
take-
So let me tell you something I learned. I'm sorry to stop the action, but let me tell you something I learned by going to jail. When the cop tells you you're being detained, if you passively resist, the cop may charge you with a crime. Now, if you're willing to take that charge because it was an unlawful order, as mine was an unlawful order and I did passively resist, then that's fine. But you should know from what I learned sitting in a dungeon for 4 months with my head just racking, how'd this happen? Why am I in this dungeon? It happened because I called the bailiff a pig. So I should have had a better decorum in court. But if the cop says you're detained, if you don't want to take the ride, because you can beat the rap, but not the ride. If the cop says you're detained, then just go, okay, I'm detained. Whatever you're going to do to me, because then the onus goes back on him. You guys notice how nice I'm being in my audits now. I'm being so nice. That probably won't stay forever. There's going to be some cops who give me directives and I tell them to go themselves like Utah Defender does. But I'm painfully aware that I'll be going in front of a judge and the judge is going to be on the cop side. And if I do or say anything and it's on film, the judge is going to rule against me. Or Michelle Levitt, who exonerated me, she just won't hear the appeal bond hearing for me to get out on an appeal bond until my case, the appeal is heard. And then 4 months later, my appeal overturned the case. So just be careful. If they say that you're being detained or you're under arrest, you have to decide if you're willing to take the ride.
Take those papers?
Yeah.
Wait, why
Why is she under
why do
arrest?
I have a warrant?
I don't know. You
Where's
got a
the
warrant
warrant?
Out of Arizona.
No, I don't.
Out of Arizona,
No, I
no,
don't.
she doesn't.
No, I don't.
It got this.
No, I
It got
don't.
sponged.
I don't.
You guys are using
I can
that
show
as
you
an
right
excuse
now.
for
I can
arrest
show you the
Well,
document right now on my phone.
We'll look at
We'll look at it.
What's your
Okay,
name,
well,
sir?
It's hard for me to show
Huh?
it to you.
Your name?
Officer B. Moore.
Badge?
1050.
Sir, your name and badge?
Go ahead and verify it. Why am I in
1181.
handcuffs?
Yeah, what is your badge number? More?
1050.
950?
I'm already in handcuffs. Let go of my fingers.
Step back a little bit.
No,
At what point should I?
I can't even touch you.
Close. Step
Get
back.
your
Are we
fucking
gonna-
hands off. We're gonna
Can I
start.
show you
We're gonna,
my-
no, we're gonna start going. You're gonna
Why are
verify.
you
We're gonna keep your fucking hands off.
Whoa, stop dragging me.
Okay, yeah, you are.
I can only walk.
Okay.
Whoa, I can only walk so fast. you
Okay,
fucking
you're gonna.
ass.
Hey, walk slow.
Okay, now remember, I've never seen this. I'm watching it with you guys fresh. I went to jail for obstruction. Obstruction is a physical act. So right here, let's take a look.
I can't even touch her.
Okay, so he's within arm's length, and this copper, in the name of officer safety, Terry versus Ohio, is going to put his hand on him, which he shouldn't go hands on, but he does. He should use his words, but instead he wants to be a thug. And he tells Utah Defender that he has to back up. Now, here's the $1 million question. How's the judge going to see it? The judge is going to say, you did physically obstruct. You were too close. Now look, if you want to be a freedom fighter and you don't mind taking the ride and you think you can beat the rap, that's fine. In this particular case, I think that, let me just put it to you in another way. You guys saw one of my audits when the cop said, hey, can you do me a favor and step out of the way? I was standing right by the car. I took 3 or 4 steps back because I was within an arm's distance of him. Because once you're in the dungeon, you guys don't know my dungeon stories yet. You'll find out though. This could be considered physically obstructing. And I love this auditor. I'm a super fan of this guy. So right there, they're within arm's distance, could be obstructing by a judge.
Hands off. We're gonna
Can I
start.
show you my-
We're gonna start going. You're gonna
Why are you
You're gonna keep your fucking hands off.
Whoa, stop dragging me.
Stop. Okay, yeah, you are.
I can only walk.
Okay.
Whoa, I can only walk so fast. you
Okay,
fucking
you're
ass.
gonna.
Hey, walk slow, relax, man.
I can only walk
Why don't
so
you guys
fucking
relax
fast.
and
You
take it
hurt my
slow?
fucking arm, man.
Don't give me that dirty look. You don't scare me with that dirty look.
Parker, you fucking bitch.
You don't scare me with that dirty look, bro. You don't.
So he just pushed away Utah Defender. He didn't get arrested yet, but he's going to get arrested.
You don't.
He's like burning. I also. Yeah, no. Oh, no, he let go just a little bit. Now, I'm going to have a fucking bruise.
Chinga tu madre.
Okay, quit pushing me up.
Let's go.
Stop. I'm walking. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. You're fucking hurting me.
Don't pull at me.
Then stop fucking dragging me. Stop dragging me.
Back up, sir.
Stop fucking dragging. Stop dragging me.
You don't back up. I'm gonna put your
Stop
hands up.
dragging me. I'm
No,
walking.
you're not. Because I'm not doing anything to deserve it. You're
Stop it. You're fucking
I've got a
hurting me.
camera here that
Hope
shows
you
that.
enjoy it, you fucking faggot. How you doing, bitch?
How's that? Stay a good distance away from you and your mother, okay? But you need to stay a good distance away from them, please. I am. There's no law. Just
Stop it.
there's no fucking
Stop.
law
I'm
whatsoever.
walking. You're fucking
There's
hurting me.
no fuck officer safety. You got fucking 5 guns here. Okay. Fuck you in the ass. I don't know what you don't walk up on me. I can do whatever I want. No, you can't. That's the brutality. Fuck you, get out of my face. Step back. Don't get in front of this camera when I fucking film it. Hey, get back. That's prior restraint. You want a fucking lawsuit, 40 title 42? Hey, get back. 1983 dipshit. Hey. Stay back there on the sidewalk.
Look, the butthurt pig got offended when he called him dipshit. Watch. He's not moving forward. He's only standing on the public sidewalk. Watch the butthurt pig get hurt.
Hey, get back. 1983 dipshit. Hey.
1980, Title 42, 1983 dipshit. And he's like, hey.
Lawsuit 40 title 42. Hey, get back. 1983 dipshit. Hey. Stay back there on the sidewalk, away from this. Fuck you. Okay. Shut the fuck up and don't stand in front of this camera again. I'm not fucking.
So she's being arrested for.
Fucking hands on me like you did. Not detained. Fuck you, Smiley. You little prick, I'll tell you what. You didn't have that badge. Hey, dipshit.
Fucking dragging me.
So she's searching him and he's pulling her.
I could kick your ass too. And I'm 76 years of age, dipshit. You know what a Green Beret is?
So this
That's what I used to
so this female officer is searching her and the male officer is pulling her.
Yeah. They have abused her all the way down and she's trying to walk her own pace. And look at Officer Moore, he's a fucking dipshit. And Parker, you're a fucking arrogant little asshole. You're a prick. The kids in school are you. You're a kid.
Go out.
I want her keys. I want her keys.
What did
I say.
Fuck
Stop
you. I don't
slamming.
give a shit what you say. Fucking dipshit.
Hold on. We gotta see what they want done with them.
You don't do nothing with me, dipshit.
One thing then. These two.
Oh, so he's offended. So this jackboot thug pig is trying to arrest him.
Parker, you're a piece of shit.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. You guys aren't free to leave. You guys aren't free to leave.
Why we detained?
Because we blasted if they want you guys to trespass from here. So you do not leave. You are not free to
Trespass
leave.
from a public?
Trespasses from a government building.
They can.
We did not break any. What
Says
law
who?
did we break, dipshit?
Okay. I'm
Says who?
going to see.
Tell me what law we broke.
You are not free to leave.
Fuck you.
Do not
Your
move.
ass is grass. You're getting a lawsuit.
Can I explain something?
You're not going to explain shit to me, honey. You don't know what you're doing.
Pigtails, put in the comment section. Pigtail number 1, pigtail number 2, pigtails, pigtails, pigtails.
I used to be a cop.
Okay. Well,
What do you want?
I
What are you
don't
trying
talk
to?
to you.
What are you
So,
trying
in
to
the
cop
state of-
explain?
well, I'm trying to explain to you guys that in the state of Utah, you don't need to trespass you don't need a reason to trespass anybody.
From a private property,
Okay.
not from a
Government
public property.
You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion we committed a crime, which you do not. So get the fuck out of my face. You're not
Not in your face.
I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. out of your mouth.
Committed disorderly
he's
conduct.
Oh,
suspended.
hell.
Lower your
I
voices.
can't be
Quit
disorderly
swearing.
with police officers.
Okay. We have other victims here and other people in the building,
Victims?
so keep it down, please.
Now, this is okay. You know what I'm going to say. It's on your cop card. It's called Houston versus Hill, 1987. You have a right to interrupt police.
So you're really gonna put your?
You're a fucking sergeant. Are you shitting me?
Hold on.
So,
Let them
guys,
be.
just
Get
Let
out
them
of my
be.
we don't
face.
need to
Let them be.
escalate the situation.
Let them
You
be.
guys already have. You fucking pulled her on a warrant. It's not even. It's not even there.
So,
Have you checked on the warrant? Or are you guys gonna
Don't
do
look at me
it?
like that, sister.
it's been verified.
Look,
It's
little
been
girl,
verified?
I'm old enough to be your grandfather, so don't
Okay.
fuck with
That's
me with
not
your dirty
relevant
looks.
to
It's
what-
ver-
Yeah, it is. Fuck you.
Is verified?
I'm sorry. You feel yes, it's verified.
So it is a warrant?
It's an NCIC hit. Okay.
Yeah, you guys
If you guys have
are messing
issues-
up because we got
Okay,
paperwork.
that's fine.
We got
That's fine.
paperwork. She got
That's
paperwork
fine.
and everything.
That's fine. You guys can fight in court if that's what you guys want. If you guys think we're lying,
Yeah, I know.
go investigate.
I know
it.
it's you guys don't care because no matter what, nothing happens to you guys. You guys could violate rights.
Yeah,
You
you're
guys
the
could
sovereign citizens
you
of
guys
America.
get nothing will happen to you guys. You guys get a lawsuit, it doesn't come out of your pocket. It comes out of the citizen's pocket. It doesn't come out of your pocket. That's why that's why you have an arrogant fucking attitude.
And let me
You
tell
know?
you something. You better make sure when he comes down here and he says I disrupted any type of peace or anything, I've got it all on camera.
That's fine.
So your asses will be grass.
Okay. We also have body cameras, so
Does it work?
I hope you know you were not on camera at all until now. Let's stay right here, bro.
so will you stay over here? So
No, I want to be free. I'm walking over here.
Well,
I paid 20 years of my life in the United States Army, and I'm not going to have a dipshit like you fucking give me orders.
Okay.
I'm only
well,
staying
I'm sorry
here
you feel
because-
that way. Just let my
I'm not
sergeant
sorry I
have.
feel that way. I'm sorry
Well,
that
I
you're a
didn't
police
say that
officer.
you were sorry. You guys are the ones who are actually escalating the situation.
How's that?
Not.
How's
You are
that?
by
See?
arresting her.
No. That is such a load of poop in her pants. You lying pig. He escalated it by saying, no, hold them. Wait a minute. I want to see if they're getting trespassed from this building. Lying pig.
They
So,
escalated the situation
it's
by
not-
calling the police
okay.
department.
You don't
and-
need to yell at me. I
That's
So
the way-
we're at 1759 right here. I'm just going to get this pig's name real quick. The pig's name is...
For
Fucking hands on me like you did.
Not detained.
Fuck you, Smiley.
wait a minute.
Fucking hands on me like you did.
Not detained.
Whoa. We just caught something. At 1356 right here, he says you are not detained. He just said they're not detained at 1356. Did everybody hear it? Put a 1 in the chat if you just heard him say you are not detained. So then he changed his mind when that butthurt pig got offended.
Fuck you, Smiley. You little prick, I'll tell you what. You didn't have that badge. Hey, dipshit. Fucking dragging easy.
So he said he's not detained. And then he changed his mind after he got offended.
so she searched.
Officer Moore is a fucking dipshit.
Officer Moore.
Way down there, she's trying to walk her own pace. And look at Officer Moore, he's a fucking dipshit. And Parker, you're a fucking
Moore and Parker.
asshole. You're a prick. The kids in school.
He said he's not detained. Back.
That's the way he talks.
That's the way I talk. Calling the police department.
You don't need to yell at me.
That's the way he talks.
That's the way I talk.
Okay.
That's the way he
So here's
talks.
the thing: the sergeant is over there talking to someone that has made claims that you have been disorderly. Okay.
Hey, why don't you shut the fuck up? Turn around and shut the fuck up.
Tolman,
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you for telling me.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
Why don't you turn around and shut the fuck up? Talk to her. What does she talk? What is she
That's the second pig who said they're not detained and they're free to go.
accusing us? Hey, I hope you know you were never on camera until now. Never on camera until now. We respected your privacy in there. So what is it, you fucking clown? We are or we're not?
We're getting other information. Right now, you guys are detained.
Oh, now they're detained again.
Got free to go, and now we're detained again.
That's the third switch. The other one, Cooper or whatever his name is, he said he's not detained. He said he's not detained, and now he's changed his mind. He's detained, and then he changed his mind. He said they're detained.
Yeah, I am hanging out here. I'm antagonizing him. I'm asking questions.
He's being antagonized.
Fucking criminal act.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
I don't work.
Let's see what kind.
You don't pay
You're
my
the
taxes.
sovereign
I pay my own
citizen.
taxes, sir.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. You
You don't
can
pay
kiss
my
my
taxes.
ass.
We pay taxes, and you pay
Well,
taxes.
he's saying he pays my taxes.
That's
I'm,
right.
I'm letting him know I pay my own
Yes,
taxes.
by the
They're
citizens'
my
tax
taxes, you get a
dollars.
paycheck.
Okay. You don't pay my taxes, sir. I pay my own taxes.
Yes, by the
Yeah, in
by the
that
money
sense,
that
yeah,
you
you're
get
right.
from the
You knew what the
citizens.
hell I was saying.
Okay. Just remember that next time someone else misspeaks.
I'm not going to do anything you say. How's that?
All right.
Why would I listen to a shitbag like you?
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I know I'm not. I'm not sorry I feel that
I
way.
never
You signed up to do this to people. Look, you got your murder gloves on, honey.
said
true.
you were.
It's
I never
true.
said you were.
If you can't take the name calling, you shouldn't do the job.
Do you know that when history gets rewritten
guys
again,
are on the wrong
you
side
guys
of this.
you guys are gonna be known as the Nazis of this
Yep.
century?
Yep.
You guys are gonna be the Nazis of this century?
Yep. Yes.
Why is that?
Because you guys are sovereign citizens there,
Because of your policies, procedures, and protocols.
and you guys mistreat people. You just mistreated a woman that has no warrant, and you guys have her in the back of the car. Yes, we could.
How did you
And
do
she
that?
could verify it, and she
Why
told
don't
you,
drive her over a house
and she
can show
told you,
where
no,
it's
she
not
has it on
in
her phone, and she told you that she has the proof, and you refuse to watch to see it.
Hey, please don't step behind my sergeant.
Hey, he said we're free to go.
Please don't step behind my sergeant. It's just so preposterous. If you're that afraid that someone's behind you, they're going to attack you, when they're filming everything, you shouldn't do this job.
Go over there. Turn around. Okay, turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
For what?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
That's a no, man. Relax. That's a no, man. Relax. Don't worry. I'm not gonna.
He's 76 years old.
Make sure he doesn't interfere.
You don't need to twist my arm around like that.
I do, because you're resisting.
No, I wasn't. I am relaxed, dipshit.
Let's see if we can see it here.
They were free to go.
Don't stand behind my sergeant. Okay.
Go over there.
Go over there. Go over there. He doesn't have to go over there. He's on a sidewalk. He's agreeing to the detention. He's not leaving the area. And this guy's going to shove him.
Turn around. Okay.
See that? You see that?
They were free to go.
Go over there. Go over there. Turn around. Okay.
And so he's trying to be all chivalrous with this chick. You saw a second ago where he said, "Don't film her."
And
So your asses will be grass.
Okay, we also have body cameras. So.
Now watch this. He's trying to be all chivalrous just a couple minutes earlier. Watch this.
Does it work?
I hope you know you were not on camera at all until now. Let's stay right here, bro.
So will you stay over here? So
No, I want to be free. I'm walking over here.
Well,
I paid 20 years of my life in the United States Army, and I'm not going to have a dipshit like you fucking give me orders.
Okay.
I'm only staying here
sorry you
because
feel that way.
No, it's not that he feels that way. A lot of us do.
Just let my
I'm not
sergeant
sorry I
have.
feel that way. I'm sorry
Well,
that
I
you're a
didn't
police
say that
officer.
you were sorry. You guys are the ones who are actually escalating the situation.
How's that?
Not.
How's
You are
that?
by
See?
arresting her. They escalated the situation
It's
by
not-
calling the police
okay.
department.
You don't
and
need to yell at me. I
That's the
haven't
way he
been yelling
talks.
at
That's
you
the way I
whole
talk.
time, okay.
That's the way
So
he
here's
talks.
the thing: the sergeant is over there talking to someone that has made claims that you have been disorderly. Okay.
Hey, why don't you shut the fuck up?
No, you guys are free to go. So that's the second time they're free to go. Second time they're being detained.
Turn around and shut the fuck up.
Coleman, I
Shut the
will
fuck
tell
up.
you, thank you for telling me.
Why don't you turn around and shut the fuck up? Talk to her. What is she talk? What is she's accusing us? Hey, I hope you know you were never on camera until now. Never on camera until now. We respected your
Okay, so now watch this here and pay very close attention. Why can't she be on camera on a public sidewalk? That is a public sidewalk. She can be on camera, and this dipshit is going to try to protect her from being on camera. Watch this.
privacy in there.
Look at him being, oh, I'm Mr. Chivalrous. Look how chivalrous I am. And then look what happens when Walt walks up.
Please don't step behind my sergeant.
Hey, he said we were free to go.
Go over there. Go over there. Turn around. Get your fucking hands. Turn around.
Wow.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
For what?
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
That's a no, man. Relax. That's a no, man. Relax. Don't worry. I'm not gonna.
Just make sure he doesn't interfere.
You don't need to twist my arm around like that.
I do, because you're resisting.
No, I wasn't. I am relaxed, dipshit.
Can I have his keys? Can I have his keys so I could drive
Let
home?
them finish, okay?
You fucking break my shit? Yeah, because you're sovereign citizens and you can do it, right? You like this, Jose?
Yeah.
You guys are fucked. I used to do.
You guys are very violent, huh?
It's on YouTube.
Why he keeps turning over here to see if I'm walking over there? One of your officers keeps going like this. He's so fucking scared, man.
Jose, get my stuff.
Yeah, I'll get your stuff. And can I get his stuff when you guys are done? When you guys are done? For sure.
Can you stop yelling at me? No! I don't have to.
So why is he under arrest?
Well, I was kind of paying attention to you, so I don't see what happened, but it
Can
looks like
you
something.
find out
well,
why is he under
It
arrest?
looks like something escalated between him and my sergeant. I didn't see exactly what happened.
Gotcha.
And I have a heart condition too.
Is this your ride, or is this just a passerby?
Just passerby. Look at
Fucking wallet.
look at the way you guys are making him.
Why are his pants down?
Not when it affects somebody like this. It's a victim of disorderly conduct. I already explained that.
No, I have a First Amendment right to use
Not
anywhere
when
I
it
want
affects
to.
other people in this
Fuck
environment.
you.
So.
Pull my
I
pants up.
tried telling him not to
No,
go.
they're not.
Look at his pants are down.
What's this back here?
Look at that. Look at the way they're treating a veteran.
If you're gonna pull my pants down, you can pull them up.
Yeah, if you could let that if you get a chance, can you let that girl know in the glasses that when we were in there, we respected her privacy. We didn't even look.
Hey,
Facing me over here.
come here.
Why?
Just so do me a favor.
Pull my
Just don't
pants
go over
up.
there.
I don't
It's
go over
just
there.
a-
I know how to be around cops.
Hang on.
I know how to be around cops.
Don't
I'm gonna
approach
stay
them.
here. I'm gonna stay here.
Here's another thing. I just don't want the situation to escalate any more than it has, okay?
And I was saying my free speech.
Is that
and
fair?
fucker grabbed onto it. I told him
Is
to
that
take
fair
his
to
hands
say?
off.
Yeah, don't worry. I know how to be around cops. I know how to do my job without interfering.
Hey,
I never
Sergeant.
interfere.
Dipshit, I need my pants pulled up. You're gonna ignore me, aren't you?
Sir, can I get your name and badge number?
Sure.
Jose.
Name there.
Can I get your name?
969.
Can you say your name
Hinojosa?
and your badge?
Will you step over
969.
here so we're not
Yeah.
in this lady's way?
You get that?
Jose, I want you to come over and fill my pants down.
I got it already. I got it.
Cuffs on too tight. I've asked him several times.
I got it.
Thanks, Joseph Barbini. Appreciate that, man. Two memberships. I hope you guys, everybody say thanks, Joseph. Appreciate you. That is Utah Defender, Team DLZ.
Well, I need to see.
That way you're out of the business drive and then.
This is undercover. I got your pants too.
Yeah, and I've asked them, I don't know how many times to loosen my cuffs and they haven't done it. And it hurts like shit.
Wow.
I have a heart attack.
So here's the guy that trespassed us from.
Torture cuffs are always torture. Please write it down. Torture cuffs are always torture. Tell all your friends.
A public area. So his vehicle is parked here, and I'm here. Here's my right. So can I get the key so I can take off with it?
So long as he's
Jose, come over here and pull my pants up, please.
I can.
Why?
But then I'll get arrested too. So one of them has to be out. So are you okay with me taking the possession of your keys and everything?
Yeah.
And can he also take possession of your vehicle? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need you to ask.
Well, I was just.
Oh wait, I already have his keys. I already got your keys.
Yeah, come over here and get the rest of my stuff.
We'll
Yeah,
do that.
he'll
in
give
a
it to me.
second, okay?
I'll get it right now. Don't worry.
I mean, how wrong does that look? I think I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put it in my community post. 2 pigs attack a veteran for simply filming.
You guys did not detain me. Yeah. Your sergeant put his fucking hands on me. He had no right to put his fucking hands on me. And shit for breeze over there yells out, "Don't walk up on my sergeant."
That's what
That's what triggered it.
Yeah, that's what triggered it.
No.
Intentions of hurting anybody.
I'm going to call you, Walt, after this live stream is over. Nope. What got him was the camera. He was trying to be a chivalrous pigtail protector.
Yeah, she said that, and then that's why the sergeant turned around all violently.
Here, Jose, get a picture of this. Okay, since they're not going to pull my pants up.
Wow.
Oh, no. No. Holy shit. Holy shit. What the hell is wrong with you? Pull up the man's pants. What the hell are we looking at here? JBTP, Jack Boot Thug Pig. Put it in the comment section. Jack Boot Thug Pigs. You gonna let the man's pants down? Outline of his Johnson? Sitting right there on a street? He's a freaking veteran. What are you doing? It's unbelievable.
All violently.
Here, Jose, get a picture of this. Okay, since they're not going to pull my pants up.
Wow.
Oh, I think that I don't know if he's gonna win on that one.
Jumped up and down to cause your pants
All
to
you
fall,
got to do
sir.
is let go of my arm and fucking pull him up.
Do it.
Can you put his pants up, please?
He was asking you to pull the pants up the whole time.
All the way up.
There you go.
All the way up.
There you
Bigger
go.
fucking anything.
There you go. There you go. I don't think he's going to win because he jimmied the pants down. I think that, but I mean, they were halfway down already. Remember, the judges are not going to be on our side. The jury's not going to be on our side.
All right, let me get back on. I just don't want you to think I'm attacking you. and say and then I get arrested because I didn't do anything. Just like he didn't do anything.
You guys are so fucked. I never went up to him. I stayed back behind him. I was not detained. I was released. And you fucking started. You'll be named in the lawsuit. Title 42, 1983.
I think he has a lawsuit because the ambiguous orders, one giving him an order, then retracting it, another giving him an order, then retracting it. And then because this butthurt pig arrested them just for the camera because he was filming.
Just do me a favor. Just you stand right here.
I don't want to be on it. I don't want to be in hers. You okay if we put him?
Remember, she's trying to be a victim for what I don't know what, but we'll get the body cameras. Hey, Walt. Walt. Walt.
Jose, get all my stuff. It's over there on the ground.
I will.
You have right to take my vehicle. Okay?
Okay. Who do you want me to call? Anybody?
Huh?
You want me to call anybody?
I would like my fucking phone. I have a right to have it under the First Amendment.
Yeah, you.
I want my phone. I was thinking.
Yeah, your phone go with you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
How many fucking? They haven't loosened the cuffs up. All I have to do is stand out of the fucking ass is fast, buddy. What's your fucking name? What's his name? What's your sergeant's name?
My gimbal with me. It's freaking windy.
Yeah. Yeah, we already have an attorney. Well, do it.
Oh man, I didn't do it for you. I did it because I know how to be out here.
For fucking breaking it, dipshit.
Hey, so am I still being detained or am I free to go?
You need him for anything anymore? Nope.
Am I free to go? Huh? I can't hear you.
You're good to go.
Okay.
Apparently you weren't pointed out as the person yelling causing the disturbance.
Okay, I guess. I have it on camera, so. Is there word against our camera?
Are you new? Are you rookie? Oh, so we have two sets on one hand?
Can you double cuff him?
Yeah.
Hey, Sergeant, can you double cuff him? He has injuries and everything. He's an older man. Come on. He's a veteran. Treat him with respect.
And I had 3 heart attacks recently too. You dipshit.
Wow.
They can't even get the handcuffs loose because that's how tight they put him.
Oh yeah.
That's a fucking medicine, and I don't know what they are. Dipshit. I'm 40% disabled.
Hey, I can talk to you in a little bit. Yeah, Park.
I didn't resist, dipshit. For your fucking body cam, I was not detained. I wasn't even near you. You turned around and put your face in mine and grabbed me.
I guess you forgot.
I don't give a fuck.
You were detained for disorderly.
Your officer over here told us. Your officer over here told us we're free to go.
That's right.
But after that, I told him he was detained.
Yeah, after you fucking grabbed me. After you fucking grabbed me. Fruits of a poisonous tree. You're making it more difficult for them. You guys have past conditioning standards and training? Huh? You guys know how to do handcuffs?
Are you not gonna double?
You didn't do
Sergeant, you're not gonna double cuff him?
No.
Give him a little bit.
His medical conditions don't require a double cuffing.
Say that again.
I said his medical conditions don't require a double cuffing.
So you don't care about any medical then?
No, I do care. That's why I asked him his medical history.
Oh, I'm comfortable.
Wow. Just wow. It's just so hard to watch this.
Can I take possession of his stuff?
No.
She's yelling payaso.
It's just so horrific.
That's a camera holder, just in case you were wondering. It's not a weapon.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Something that can be useful.
It's just so
It would
bad.
have been nice. Well, yeah, you can get somebody with this just to see.
Well, that's if you have a mentality that like yours, or want to hurt somebody, and yeah.
Then you're at least there.
Wow.
Do you know where his?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's right there. It's evidence.
Text me, Team DLZ. What are you talking about?
They were in there.
So his phone is.
Did you want him to have this?
Yeah, and I want my fucking phone. You haven't given it to me. You guys said you were giving it to me.
Your phone's evidence. So it's going to be put in evidence. All right. He said, "Yeah, you can have this."
All right, give me the weapon.
Zivitar, I did. I just got it on my body camera. So there you go.
Hey, well, you guys' body cameras was running all the time, right?
Yep, still running.
Still running, okay.
Yep.
And do you know what jail they're going to?
Weaver County.
Weaver County. Where's that at?
I don't know what the address is. It's like off of Depot Drive, off of 12th Street.
Do you know if they're gonna be there like all night or any idea?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It just
depends on if they can bail out and whatnot. Well, Dawn with the NCIC, she's expedition, so I don't know if she'll.
Yeah. What do you need my info for?
You're part of it.
Part of what? Huh? What? Plus, I didn't commit a crime, so you don't get my identification.
I didn't get out of it anyways.
Because I didn't commit a crime, so. Even though her sergeant said no, that's a good.
Jose,
Yeah.
so I can't call anybody because they have my phone as evidence.
Yeah, and give me a number. I will. Any number. Do you have any number they want me to call?
Any number.
How can you bail out?
They took my my debit card. I can bail out as soon as I get in. They probably keep 10% of it too, like asshole.
So you're double cuffing him?
Jose, on my film, the guy fucking puts his hands on me, told me to get his hands off me. I wasn't detained, and then he fucking hits me up.
I got it all.
I'm gonna go for a Title 42, 1983 on all these sons of bitches.
See, Sarge.
You got the wrong guy today.
See, Sarge. That,
You were identified as the right.
No, what you did is you put your hands on me. I had a You're fucked.
so are they filing charges, Sergeant?
What's that?
Are they filing charges or something?
So that's really not your business. Remember, you didn't have any part of this.
You're gonna be a dickhead, huh? All right. Hey, it's okay. You want to be a dickhead? It's okay. It's your right. Be a dickhead. That's it. Period. Period.
I can get in without you telling me what to do, okay?
Hey, Walt. Yeah. Can you ask him what charges?
We're going to make a phone call here in a second. What's up, Rat Boy Ninja? Good to see you, buddy.
Tolman? Yeah. See, I told you I'm not intimidated with dirty looks, man. So don't give dirty looks to people. Respect people. Respect people. Hey, man, you gave me some dirty looks, bro. So it didn't work on me, man. Just let you know, doesn't work on some people. You have a fucked up day.
Ogden City Police Department here. Okay, so let's check this out. All right. Let's go ahead and let's give a call. Let's give a call over here. What is that phone number? It's going to be 801 395 8221. All right.
Weaver Dispatch, this is Heather.
How you doing, ma'am? My name's JD. I'm just giving a call because I wanted to talk to the chief of the police over there, if I could, please.
For what city?
Ogden, I believe it is. Ogden. Is that correct? Am I saying it right?
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Is it in regards to a case?
Yeah, I seen some videos online here, and we talked to some of the people involved in that. And I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded and on the record, but that's not the biggest part of this. What is the biggest part of this right now is that there's going to be an audience of people who's going to be privy to what's going on there now. And if you could just transfer me over there to him real fast, I'll just let him know exactly that we're going to be watching, we're going to be helping a little bit. And, we the people, we are a peaceful group of people. And we just want him to understand that there is a lot of us now. We've seen what's going on around there. We've seen it. And I want to let him know direct. Just let him know that we watching and that we are a powerful group. We're a powerful group because we put our money where our mouth is. We crowdfund things all the time together, and there's thousands of us, thousands. And now that this has been brought to my attention and it's come across my desk as a journalist and as a proud American who loves this country, and every single one of my forefathers has fought in every single war that ever has been since the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, Korea, World War I, World War II, Vietnam, you name it, my family has fought in it. And so, we're going to fight for our rights here, of course, peacefully, of course, through financing and through making sure that people have the protection that they need. Okay. But the chief needs to understand something here, and I'm going to direct him in the right way so he can see exactly how many people's involved now. Because I'm here out of Southern California. I know I got a funny accent, but I'm real savvy when it comes to understanding how the police work. Some of us around here back the blue, and some of us don't. But at the same time, it's more about the group of us having a lot of numbers where we can come through and raise some money to help the people who are, I would say facing some things there that they shouldn't be facing. But I have very specific things that I want to tell the chief that we seen today on video. And we slowed it down. We went back. We watched it again. And I'll tell you what, we seen some things there that are unacceptable. And I just wanted to call the chief as politely as I could without using any curse language. Just let him know how absolutely disgusted we are with the behavior going on over there in Ogden, Utah. One copper tells him that he's detained. Then the other copper tells him he's not detained. And then the copper who tells him he's detained says, oh, you're not detained. And then the copper who tells him he was detained says, oh, no, you're free to go. And then they come back and say, oh, no, you are detained. And then he goes over and he films one of the coppers. And the next thing you know, the copper shoves a 76-year-old man as though he's in some sort of UFC fight. And I was like, what the Sam hell am I looking at around here? Why did my family fight and die in every single war since this country has began for me to sit and watch a police officer push a 76-year-old veteran? So, there you go. I kind of gave you the long and the short of what I'm going to tell that chief, huh? So, but I just want him to understand, and I'm going to direct. I'm sorry, man.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and direct him to the things that he can see and what he needs to see and what he needs to understand. Because now what's happened here, ma'am, what's happened here is there's a bunch of us now, and there's some heavy hitters with some financing, and we're going to help these people out. And we're going to get the best lawyers there are there in Ogden, Utah. And I'll tell you what to see. I almost got in my car last night and drove my happy ass all the way to Ogden, Utah from Southern California. I almost drove in there last night because I was coming with my camera. And I'm going to be filming over there. And if I come there and I start filming, let me tell you what happens. Then other journalists show up and they start filming over there. So I'm just letting you know what's going on around here, around these parts. And I think I need to let the chief know exactly what I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you can't act like no damn retard. You know what I'm saying? You got to act like you got a brain in your head. You can't watch that video and then believe that police officer wasn't retaliating against an old man just for filming. Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, that's a bit of a hubbub over there, right?
Sorry, I'm not exactly sure what video you're referring to, but I would be more than happy to have a sergeant give you a phone call.
Well, how long is that going to take?
I'm not exactly sure. Our sergeants do also work the patrol, so I'm not exactly sure when they would be available to make the phone call.
Well, I'll tell you what, you want to give me a call before I head my happy ass over there and have a conversation face to face and let them know exactly how I'm feeling. But the thing is, you know, in a peaceful way, of course. You know, I'm for law and order. I ain't for some sort of reckless kind of culture where there's, you know, lawlessness. You know, but of course, I'm going to voice my concern here. But the question is, do you want me to voice my concern in the lobby, or do you want me to voice my concern over the phone?
I'm more than happy to have a sergeant give you a phone call.
All righty. Well, then let me tell you what. You give me a call back, all right? That's all you need. You just need JD for right now. I'm a citizen. I'm a taxpayer. And more than that, just so you know, there's lots and lots of people who, for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like sometimes I'm dumb as a box of rocks, but for some reason, there's thousands and thousands of people listen to what I say. Even more than that, lots, like hundreds of thousands. It's crazy. So it's just amazing what this social media thing has done. Have you seen this online? These YouTubes and TikToks and Facebooks and things like that? Yeah, well, I just let you know there's thousands of people that if I show up there, well, more people will come besides me. And I'm trying to de-escalate this whole situation. I ain't trying to get into a bigger situation. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah. So if you could just, how long before you think that sergeant's going to give me a call?
I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, they are also on the streets patrolling as well. So it'll be as soon as they're available, depending on what types of calls come in, life-threatening calls. If you want a faster option, I can transfer you over to our complaint line.
Oh, but that's just going to be a voicemail. That ain't going to make me feel no fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? I need to get, because I seen them on the YouTubes. I seen them on there, and I seen them, and you know what I'm saying? And so I seen the way he was behaving, and I tell you what, we could just have a few words here, so we try to de-escalate this whole thing. Because right now, I'm sure you know there's some things going on in Ogden. People are not happy.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so there's two options then. I can have the sergeant give you a phone call.
All
or
righty.
I can transfer you over to that complaint line where you can voice your concerns there right now.
Could we do both? How about both? And why in the world do I got to talk to a sergeant? So you're telling me that I got to come over there? And what you typing right now anyhow? I don't understand what's going on. Are you typing down my phone number and stuff so that we can go ahead and have that conversation? Because I seen them on video. I seen the chief there on video.
Okay, so like I said, I can have a sergeant give you a phone call.
But that's not
with
the
phone
chief.
number you provided today.
Oh, he was.
And I can
I'm
transfer
sorry.
you over to the complaint line.
I think he said he was the sheriff. Okay, that's cool. What, you gonna have that sergeant give me a call then?
I have it in for the sergeant to give you a phone call.
All righty then. I'll sit right by my phone. And just so you know, it's a Google number. And the reason why I have a Google number is so that I can delete it anytime I want. and then I can go ahead and get another Google number.
Do you know if the Google phone numbers allow like blocked or no caller ID?
Oh yeah. It's a setting,
Okay.
and I have that setting open so that anybody can call me right back.
Okay. Well, I have this, and I'm going to go ahead and also transfer you over to the complaint line, like I said, so you can voice your concerns there as well. Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. I just want to let you know one thing, okay? I know that some of y'all who work in there, they call y'all badge bunnies and stuff, but I'm not going to judge you, but I'm just going to let you know right now that some of them coppers, not all of them, but some of them coppers are bad people. And I'm just letting you know, it's like a bag of M&Ms. You might have 50 M&Ms in there, and 48 are just perfectly fine. But then those 2 bad M&Ms will kill you. So you just be very careful who you think you can trust.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and transfer you over to the complaint line now. Okay, JD?
All righty now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
We're going to call the sheriff next because he went to the sheriff's office first time. So we're going to call the sheriff next is what we're going to do.
Thank you for calling the Ogden City Police complaint line. Please leave your name, number, and where you're from, and if you'd like a call back, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
All right. I guess I got the complaint line. Well, my name is JD, and I talked to your dispatcher earlier, and I left my number, so you can give me a call back anytime you please. But right now, I'm calling to let you know that we are painfully aware of what's going on down there in Ogden, Utah. We've seen it on video. Lots of us seen it. By the time I'm done talking, 10,000 more people are going to see what's going on down there in Ogden. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come down there, and we're going to have a talk face to face. That's what's going to happen. Of course, I'm just saying talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm a law and order kind of man, but if I come down there and I bring my big brass band, then I'll tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be more people coming to play in that band. That's what's going to happen. And I'm going to come down there and I tell you what, I feel like I'm dancing with the devil even being on this answer machine right now. Ooh, I tell you what, I'm feeling it. I'm burning deep inside. Almost as bad as my hemorrhoids, but I ain't got hemorrhoids right now. But when I
this message, press pound or hang up. To review, press 1. To re-record, press 2. To mark this message urgent, press.
All right. I guess I got the complaint line. Well, my name is JD, and I talked to your dispatcher earlier, and I left my number. You can give me a call back anytime you please. But right now, I'm calling to let you know that we are painfully aware of what's going on down there in Ogden, Utah. We've seen it on video. Lots of us seen it. By the time I'm done talking, 10,000 more people are going to see what's going on down there in Ogden. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come down there. And we're going to have to talk face to face. That's what's going to happen.
I just want to make sure it goes through. I'm just going to hang up. It'll go through. Let's call the sheriff's department next. Let's call the sheriff's because here's the Weber County Sheriff's Department right here. So let me just go ahead and, hey, Roger Lane, thanks, man. I appreciate the support, dude. They're trying to kill this channel. And you know what? Every day we're pushing that death back another day. We're pushing the death back is what we're doing around here. Tell you that right now, dirty son of a bitch. I'll tell you what. Don't come around here telling what to say. I'll tell you what I tell you when I want to tell you. I'll let you know how I'm feeling whenever I want to let you know how I'm feeling. All right. All right.
Thank you for calling Weber County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding weekends and holidays. For the law enforcement and civil divisions, please press 1. For the corrections division, please press 2. If you need to report a crime or need the assistance of a deputy, please press 1. For questions about the service of civil paperwork, press 2. For sex offender registrations, press 3. To submit a tip, press 4. Grandma records requests can be filled out by visiting our office or visiting our website at www.webercountyutah.gov/sheriff/support/records. To hear these options again,
I want
press pound. If you need to report a crime or need the assistance of a deputy, please press 1. For questions,
I need a deputy right now is what I need. I need a deputy. That's what I need right now.
Weber Dispatch, this is Lisa.
Lisa, how you doing? Is sheriff in today?
I'm sorry, it's who?
Is the sheriff in today?
I don't know for certain. This is just dispatch.
All right. Well, this is the number listed on the public profile on Google, so I'm just giving a call over.
Yeah, this is just dispatch. Is there something I can help you with?
Well, I wanted to talk to the sheriff.
I can send you over to their city offices. I'm not sure whether or not they're in.
Well, son of a gun. Well, listen, we can either talk on the phone or I can come down there and we can have a talk face to face. Listen, my name's JD. I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded and on the record. I know I got a funny accent, but don't make fun because I got a lot to say and it's important. So I'd like to talk to the sheriff now, please.
All right, let me get you over to their offices.
All righty then. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
calling Weber County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding weekends and holidays. For the law enforcement and civil divisions, please press 1. For the corrections division, please press 2.
This group does not accept phone calls. You will now be disconnected.
What the flock is going on around here? I mean, I've been on here for 3.5 hours already today. I didn't plan on this because I didn't sleep a single wink last night because I was so busy worrying about Dawn and what's happening with her down there. Tell you what. They got me on a continuous loop.
Weber Dispatch, this is Shauna.
Hey, Shauna, I just called over sheriff's office and that they gave me a run around on a phone call for a loop. And I was just wondering what the heck was going on. I was trying to give a call over to talk to sheriff because I seen him on video and I wanted to speak to him on the phone. But apparently I can't get the captain. I can't get the chief. You got a captain over the police department. You got a chief over at the sheriff's office, right? So that's 2 people who's supposed to be in charge. And I was wanting to speak to either one of them people and I didn't get a chance.
Okay, all I have is the number to the admin's office over there, the Weber County Sheriff's Office. We just dispatch for the patrol officers.
All right. What number you got for them over there? And I'll try that one there. Thanks for all your kind help.
It's 801.
801. 801. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
778.
778.
6621.
6621. Okay, I think I got that. 801 77.
I have access to. Sorry, go ahead.
801 778 6621. Is that right?
Yes.
All righty.
And then I have access to sergeants and patrol units. If I need to have a sergeant call you, I could do that.
Well, I called earlier and they said they was going to have a sergeant call me. But the thing is the sheriff on video, he looked real bad. And I wanted to let him know that we don't all hate him. We don't all hate the sheriff. We don't all hate the police. Some people hate the police. But for the most part, we just want our rights respected. And when we see people getting arrested and there ain't no real crime going on, that's when I get my panties in a wad, I guess you'd say.
No, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, though, because you said Weber County Sheriff's Office. Now, we dispatch for Weber County Sheriff's Office and Ogden City. Are you looking for, which one are you looking for?
I'm looking for Weber County.
Okay. Yep, the one I gave you is Weber County. Then.
All right.
So that should, That should be the admin for them, okay?
I'm going to try over there one more time. I get to run around again, though. I tell you what, I'm not going to be happy. Hello?
All right. I told
Okay.
you what I have access to, so that's all I can do from here.
Well, listen, God bless you.
All right. You have a good day,
Okay, now. Oh, it's a different number. That's a different number. That's different. 801-778. Thanks, Let's. Thanks, Danelle. 6621. This is a different number. They got a different number than the one on Google. AMG Stealth. What's going on? Hey, thanks, you got.
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for Kristen Jensen. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Jensen. I wasn't sure which name it was. Was it Kristen or Christine? I wasn't sure because it happened so fast. Anyway, I was just giving you a call, let you know that we seen some videos on the YouTubes, and what we seen was we seen some absolute total tyranny. That's what we're saying. We seen some tyranny over there. And so that's why I'm calling you up right now, because I got a problem with what I seen on camera. Now, I need to talk to someone. I need to have a conversation. I'm going to keep calling every single day till I get a hold of somebody. I'll tell you that right now. All right? That's all I got for you. That's it. I'll call back. You take care now. That's all we can do is just call over there and try to get a hold of the sheriff. I thank you, Joseph and Roger and Barbini, Joseph Barbini, thank you guys for the super chats and the memberships. I really, really appreciate it. It means an absolute ton. Drophead is still a little bit out of commission. He's coming back online, and so he's coming back. And so, if you guys want to throw up some thoughts and prayers for Drophead, let's pray for a speedy recovery for him. He is a true freedom fighter. Yeah. So. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there for everybody. Can I get an OTVO in the chat? Can you guys drop down overturn Terry versus Ohio? Can you put that in the chat for me, please? OTVO, Mikey B. Joseph Barbini. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. KT, nice to see you. Mikey B, man, as usual. Let's OTVO. Bill, what is going on? Team DLZ, KT. Plead the fifth, Danielle Brown, life under the microscope. Brick. What's going on, Brick? Valerie is here. I didn't see Jessica Kerstad. I did see Danielle Brown in here. I see Melisa in here. Chad, did you get your hoodie? Chad got your hoodie. It should have been there by now. Your hoodie should have been there by now, for sure. 100%. I use a Google number, just so you know, Darren. I use a Google number when I call these different places. And that way they can't just, and if they bug me, I just click a switch and they're gone. They're gone. Ivan is here. Doggett is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Innocence is here. What is going on? I'm going to kind of just stall here for a minute and see if maybe, but I'm in the new studio, man. I want to show you guys this, but I'm going to wait till I'm mobile on my mobile phone. I actually got a plug-in for my microphone so that I can plug it directly into my iPhone so I can teach Constitutional Law Scholar. I know Chuck P was in here. Good to see you, Chuck. Nice to see you, my friend. I did not see Grateful Dabs. I saw Zen. I saw Ryut, Serious Audits. I saw Clown Patrol. Got my hoodie and extra extras. Boom. Just like that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, with the hoodie, I try to throw in a few extra things if you guys get a hoodie. Because I bought the hoodies last year. And so I'm like, it's just, I already spent the money. But they're top of the line. They're best hoodie you can buy. If you could find a better hoodie. I mean, Melisa will tell you, anybody who has a hoodie will tell you, Chad will tell you, the hoodies are dope. I'm just in my office and I'm hot. It's hot in here right now. The Joker is here. What is going on? How are you, Joker? Oh, no. Joker, you in pain? I hope not. Yeah, new studio to teach Constitutional Law Scholar. I'm looking forward to that. Butch the original. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What is going on? I can do a real good California surfer accent as well. Like, whoa, man. I can do a real good one. Maybe I'll do a California surfer next time. But they kind of get the Southern is just so cutting, because you can say the you are not here. You have rights and cops have duties. I've seen a bunch of your comments today. I'm sorry I didn't post very many of them up on the screen, but you put some pithy comments up. I was just going so fast today. Life, nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Nice to see. Greg is always here. Good to see you, Greg. Bruce, Mikey B, my fighters. I seen some things in the chat. Going on today. I'm not sure what's really going on, but listen, you guys, we are Team DLZ. Okay, don't let anybody or anything come between us, unless you directly see or hear somebody who is nefarious. Then don't worry about it. And I don't want to tell anybody what to do. I want to be careful with my words here. So you guys are free to do whatever you want on the YouTubes, right? At the same time, though, participating in these ridiculous things that go on, it's a waste of our time. If you really want to, if you have extra time to go and waste time in some of these things that are going on, hit me up. I got stuff for you to do. I have people working all the time. If you have extra time on your hands, just shoot me an email and say, hey, Chili, I got extra time on my hands. I'm going into things on here, and I don't need you to do anything like that for me. Our time would be better spent if we focused on what needs to be done, and I distributed a task for you to do. And a big shout out to SWE Observer, to my buddy Max. Max, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude, for what you're doing right now. And to KT, I love talking with you yesterday, and Gloria, my friend Gloria. It's really good to connect with everybody. It's really cool. There, right there, Princess Buttercup. I will pass your number on. Yeah. I'm not going to plead the fifth. I'm not going to. I'm just, what I mean. There's things that can be done, and I'll do those things when that time comes. You know what I mean? Ruben, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm just kind of stalling right now. I'm just kind of blah, blah, blah. I'm just hoping this phone will ring. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm hoping that it will. Joseph Barbini, thank you so much. I appreciate, dude, you gifted out like 5 or 10 memberships today. And then Roger Lane came in with 20. That was great, man. AMG Stealth. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing all right. James, nice to see you. Algorithm. I love that comment, by the way. Thank you. Walking Dead. Danelle, friend for life. Oh, Danelle, shoot me a text message and I will send you off. Oh, I don't have any of the women's t-shirts online, but I do have every size of women's t-shirts in. Every single size, from small to, I think I have triple XL, from small to triple XL for women's t-shirts. I have one medium hoodie left. I have no large, extra large, but then I have double XL, triple XL, and small in hoodies. I have one medium left. I saw Steve Conkler in here earlier today. Thank you for coming, Steve. I appreciate it. Jennifer Hill. Always love to see Jennifer Hill in here. Thank you for coming. Jody's in here. Innocent Auditor. My email address is deletelaws@gmail or dlzclips@gmail.com. Either one of those, DLZ Clips or Delete Laws. I should really get like a team DLZ email, because there's 4 of you. I know the team DLZ who was in here today, but there's 3 other ones. But I know the one who was in here today. I know him personally. So you know what I'm saying? Princess Buttercup, I can't wait. All right, I stalled long enough. The numbers are just dropping. Nice to see everybody. Just want to make sure. I need a non-binary shirt. Okay. I've been on here for almost 4 hours. I have not slept a single wink, not a single wink. It's 3:30 now. So I should get the flock out of here. Algo. Nice to see you, Grateful Dabs, man. Nice to talk to you, brother. Nice to talk to you. Nice to see everybody. All right. I'll get the Dan Hanlon here till the end. Oh, you just bought the last medium? Okay. I'm going to throw you in 2 trifolds and 2 sets of cop cards with your hoodie. And I'll do that for anybody who gets a hoodie. You'll get 2 trifolds and 2 pair of cop cards. I don't know what the value of that is, like $40 or something. And I sell the hoodie for $65. So I'm going to give you 2 trifolds and 2 pair of cop cards with any hoodie sold. So I don't have any mediums left if he just bought the last medium. And then now I have smalls, double XL and triple XL. That's what I have in stock. Damn, these little no-see-ums flying around me. And then make a band of Broccoli Wad brothers. Broccoli Wad rubber band brothers. The chosen one. Nice to see you. All right, I got to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys in the next one. Big shout out to Utah Defender. Big shout out to Dawn. We're going to help you. Big shout out to Utah Cop Watch. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.